Yes,
Getting a lot of humming. Get a lot of humming. Heavy science, heavy science, heavy science, heavy science. A lot of people cannot take the energy right now. Yes, I am. My God, what the Maroon people them. Camera there, bring me over camera there. Big up all of my Maroon brothers and sisters, my indigenous brothers and sisters. Word, sound, and power we are use and beat them. We beat them back. Can't go round with. Can't go round with. So much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know, understanding. Love and share, my brothers and sisters. Maduman them call you, Maduman. Maduman them call you, Maduman. Maduman them call you, Maduman. Maduman them call you. Maduman them call you. Beat it, beat it, beat it. What a way to start your day. Don't just keep it for yourself. Share it, share it. want to say big up to the massive that joining us online right now globally. If you're at the workplace, Grand Rising.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again, pull it up again, pull it up again, pull it up again.
Yes, sir. Mike, let's go. Da, da, da. My God.
In my dreams, I have a plan. If I got me a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work at all.
This morning is called Money Problems, people. Money Problem. Maroon money. Yes.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it up again. Pull it up again.
Yeah, we have Usain Bolt money problems. We're understanding that the emperor is having money problems. We're also looking at the Kong Pong town money problem. Is there a money problem, people? Let's go. Yes. The money problem is I think they're messing with our international league. It's so funny. Yes. All the thought. Let me just say to our brothers and sisters, we are experiencing a bit of shuffle when it comes on to our internet connection. I don't know why, because mighty God, who this, Father? We can't take a scam call this morning. We cannot take a scam call this morning. We're getting too much scam call, and these are scam call. Let's see. Grand Rising. How you doing? Forward, guys. We are doing a taping. Soon shout your father. All right. Country that are straight out of job. As I said before, we're experiencing a bit of fluctuation when it comes on to our program. And, they know exactly what we're going to touch on. This morning is about money problem. And we're seeing several people coming out because the last show we did, it was aiming at doing some of the lines out there. You say 26 million US. Now we don't know how much money did this brother really have. Michelle, are you hearing me loud and clear now? You hear me loud and clear? I hope you hear me loud and clear right now. How much money actually? Michelle, I may try call you from the other day, Michelle. I don't know why I not get you on the WhatsApp link. Because I know your 2 cents is very important. We're hearing from the grapevine that Usain Bolt lost close to the last time I heard it was 12 million. That's don't mind them try to cut us off. You can listen us via our radio station too, and you will hear us much better. On the other issues, away from Richard Curry, it's a breaking news now that Emperor L.A. Lewis has lost 7 million. God, I don't know how we're going to get to some of these money losses that is going on. And we're also hearing Stop the Music because I think we get a breaking news here that a Kong Pong Town, hold on. We're hearing that a Kong Pong Town festivities that just wrap up on January 6th. We have some people who come to the station saying that there was a meeting held and the amount of money that was put forward as to how much was made at the event, it does not add up. There's a few brothers and sisters who want to ask Richard Curry about those money, because you know that it's the Maroon money, it's not Richard money, it's the Maroon money. He is the colonel in that Maroon town, and we are going to hear from that neck of the woods. Also, just to keep you in the Maroon agenda, we are making headway. You know, I love the fact that a lot of people are calling and trying their best to be a part of the solution. Big up to all the Nyankapong offices globally. The Nyankapong offices globally. It's going in and out. I hope you're hearing me now. Mighty God. I hope it's going out. Send Michelle and say if you can get me, because maybe you can get me, I can get him. I'm not really worry about the technological part because they're trying to sabotage it, but we're moving right forward. Hopefully, if you're hearing me loud and clear now, just let me know so we can monitor the situation. Big up to Miami, Island Rhythms. I think they're going to touch base with us. This morning, we're talking about money problems that is stemming from this outburst with Usain Bolt. We are understanding that it's not Usain Bolt, and there's other people who have lost vast amount of money, you know, and this money problem now with Usain Bolt. I money. Nayang Kapong. Do not give back your money to the corporation. It is a shame on the corporation what they did to Usain Bolt, but it's even more so a shame on Usain Bolt for trusting the corporation and our Maroon brothers and sisters trusting the corporation when they give you the wealth in money, people investing in indigenous ventures that the corporation cannot return and claim. They have given us vast amount of money, but this is it now. Usain Bolt should have called at least Fresh Radio Vibes and $1 million to get the radio station out there as the official radio station of the Maroons. Usain Bolt, I know you're beating yourself right now because that 12 or 30 million or whatsoever $1 billion that you've accumulated by your talent, your Maroon talent, it has been taken away from you, Usain Bolt. And the reason why they can do this is because you're registered on the job. And the Corporation of Jamaica that have your birth paper only gives you privileges, Usain Bolt. And this goes for all the smart Usain Bolts out there who figure more or less that when you make excess amount of money, you must give it back to the people who you get it from. You cannot get these kind of money, brothers and sisters. You see what happened to Kanye West. Kanye West, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, all of these brothers and sisters, Maroons, accumulated some financial wealth and insist on investing your money into the said bloodsuckers who didn't want you to prosper. This will happen to you. Your sovereign right is over you and all of your assets. Your money is one of your assets. So if you're going to get money from any one of the corporation and keep it under their jurisdiction, you're liable to lose money. If you don't share that views, the number to call is 260-209-8730. As I said, our first link today, it will be of the link up in Ayankapong, in Akongpong town. We're going over to Akongpong town to chat with one of the queen mothers over there. She is very much active on the ground. I called her earlier on, and she was very much adamant that she could shed some light on the situation. It's approximately 3 minutes up to the 11. Our engineer is trying to get straight into a compo. We do not get into a Grand Rising, Grand Rising, how you doing?
Good.
Yes. It sounds like you're still in a kitchen. Yeah. How was a Kong Pong town this morning? How was a Kong Pong town?
Well, presently I'm not right in town, not right now, but I can answer whatever you have to say.
Yes. How is the community going? Give me with the big celebration, pop off and everything. How did that go?
Awesome.
It's
the best. It's the best. One of the best. One of the most. Oh my God! It is so grand. So grand.
Yeah, just a lot of changes pop up inside of the community where I think certain painting was done to uplift the look of the community, and certain organizing as far as the people coming into the community. Before we get into it, is there anything that you want to highlight so our people can be comfortable seeing the way forward with the development as to the celebration of the 285 years?
To my, it's one of this the town. You can go turn the town into a one-way. Come in and you go out through the different district, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the traffic was good. The road, free labor, the group, even the chief himself go out there and mix cement and mark. Get tractor and you brace the road that we could see our way in.
True.
It's one of the best. It's so lighting.
Yes. All right.
When you go in town, if your bread drop from you pop ground and eat it clean and nice. Okay. It's the best.
All right. Hold on. Before we go any further, introduce yourself to them and how close to the situation are you? Let our listeners know who I'm speaking with.
Well, I'm a born Maroon. Attend the Maroon all-age school. Father have land there and everything. I'm a Maroon. All
right. You're a Maroon, as to, we share the appellation that we don't call our brothers and sisters black because that's the rugged. The
we are the king in the family.
Yeah, all right. Well,
one love.
Yes, as I said, we share that momentum that Maroon is a nation. It's a nation of people, not black people. Black is not our appellation. What I want to say now is, Richard Curry, I've tried to reach out to him, and we have not gotten anything. I think Richard is tightening up his gap, and he's working with people who he's comfortable with. Now, as far as a Kongpong town under his leadership, you said that this was one of the best gathering over the years. And
over the years.
Yeah.
We have no lootering.
Mm-hmm.
It was effective.
Yes.
We have whenever time we want to go out of the city, we don't have to be, police have to come to give us way, push this, push that. Mm-hmm. No, it was so smoothly run. Mm-hmm. It was so smoothly run. We just executive pass, we go down, pick up my mom and come right back up.
Yeah.
Police escort we. Police come with to talk to we. It was so good.
So,
and even one of chief member, his name is Kenny.
yes.
He's a nice guy. He said to me, Miss Lorraine, I'm not going to allow my bell to go up to go up in the city. I'm following my bell, go up. And he come with this, lead my mom from my vehicle, straight to the podium where she was sitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So that being said, in an estimate, over the years, you had quite a lot of visitors to Akongpong town. Brothers and sisters, Maroon from other part of the island, come and visit. The turnout this year was larger than last year, or it was smaller?
Larger than last year.
All right, and the reason why I asked that is the sentiment shared is that there was a meeting last week, and everything was tallied as to how much was what, and we understand that some of the brothers and sisters are questioning the amount that was put forward as to how much was at the not from contribution from people like Mark Golding or the U.S. councillors or anybody else. Any money was granted in that capacity, but there are a bit of disgruntlement that the money does not match the amount of crowd that was there. What's your take on that?
Well, nobody in a compound hear about that. Is you I'm hearing that from now. We don't have that discrepancy. So I don't know where that come from.
Okay. It comes.
That is bad foreign press right now.
No.
That's not good.
No, but
nobody in a compound have nothing to say about money or whatever.
All right. Let me ask a question. There's a figure of $1.6 million that was made at the gate, and the figure of $1,000 to get in. You said last year crowd was smaller than this year crowd, right?
Hello? But you know what?
Yes.
Mostly we the Maroon, we don't pay, and plenty of us out of town.
Yes.
Did not.
Yeah. No, Corona was last year, not this year. This year we didn't have a Corona problem.
No, this year, but last year I'm saying no, most of them didn't come because all the Maroon I see this year, I didn't see them last year.
Yes.
And I see approximately everybody come out this year.
So are you saying that it's the community that came to the event and not the outside people that came to the event?
No. Everybody come. They come, but what I'm saying, Maroon don't pay to go in. We don't pay.
What differentiates you as a Maroon in a Akongpong town? You live in the community, right?
Well, if you live out, you can live out and you come and you don't pay too.
Okay. All right. So you are saying what we're getting at is, and that's why I said that Richard run an office for people, and if the Maroon people, no matter how small the concern is, Richard has to have either and determine the concerns of our brothers. So, I won't want to say, the figure doesn't match the crowd because I wasn't paying attention in that capacity. I know that this is a grand venture where we see the likes of Mark Golding there. And Mark Golding is the leader of the opposition coming in a community that has been trampled on over the years via development. And if Richard is having a dialogue with Mark Golding to and at the gate, I think the figure that he put up was 1.6. Am I lying? Do you know the amount of money that was made? Hello?
I wouldn't get into that. I wouldn't get into that because that's a part of me now. I listen and I know what is what, but it's not a part of me to go come out on public platform and say certain things like that. You understand me? Because everybody have their own different figure and saying this and saying that, you know. So we talk about it for them talk about that.
How long ago you speak to the colonel?
You know, to be honest,
yes.
Recently.
All right, we see the colonel reach out to global brothers and sisters saying that, you know, he's running a proper office, and as you see, he's attire and everything is good now. As the colonel made any effort to reach out to Daniel Z. Basra?
Well, I couldn't question. I wouldn't answer that question.
Why?
I
That's your Maroon brother.
I wouldn't answer that question.
That's your Maroon brother. Is he not a brother?
Yes, he's a brother, but I wouldn't answer that question.
So you don't.
No, I wouldn't answer that
don't
question.
know, Art. There's an allegation that the colonel is building flats outside of Maroon Town, and you have moved close to him, and is the colonel living in a Kongpong Town as we speak?
Yes, he's the first one ever lived permanently since recently. Murdy Rowe wasn't living there. Murdy Rowe lived in Montego. Chief Richard lives in Maroon Town. If you want him any time of the day you go here, you can get him. Any time of night you can get him. Murdy Rowe and Ferran Williams, they only come to Maroon Town to collect money and go, not to stay or spend no time. Sometimes they call the people who the money, give to them, and they return back to their land, to their country where they come from.
Very, very, very. So
like that. Nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
Chief living in home in a compound. Chief.
Sorry. Emperor, you was trying to get me. I'm live in a Kongpong Town talking about this festivity that took place the other day. You were trying to get me?
Oh yeah, I was calling you know. So what happened to this festivity? Some unusual?
No, I'm talking with Queen Mother from a Kongpong Town, because there is some allegation that last year profit was good, but this year profit was better. And some of the members called me first night and said they had a bit of concern about how the money at the gate was collected. They're saying that the money that was presented is less than they expected. And some people are disgruntled about it. And we were just talking to Queen Mother. Say good morning to LA. LA say good morning to Queen Mother now. Maroon, we say no enemies.
Good morning, LA.
Queen Mother good man. Me and everybody in a compound good. Even me and correct just collect even do a picture. We love Queen Mother come up sell.
Queen Mother did want to give some of the breadfruit juice the other day, but you never turn up our Kongpong Town. You did not turn up.
Yeah. Greetings, Queen Mother. What's up?
Good.
Seeing that we have LA on the line, Emperor, we're talking about money problems, and as you heard, the concern about Richard Curry office with Town, that is a concern. You have come out, so you've lost $7 million now. Usain Bolt is going into 36 million, I think it is. Why is Maroon losing so much money to the corporation?
It's simple, you know, because you are going now. The people need to just unite once and for all and get out them sovereign documents. Them can deal upon a sovereign level. Because if you deal it for the corporation level, you know, the Andrew Wallace now, who's the corporation prime minister, is not in fear of the people. He's more in fear of the corporation. So it left out the people again. That's why you see it now. The other day when them thief the people them land and lick on the people them house, I was the one who got up there and make the people them get back them land. And now he's compensating them back for their house. And even the PMP minister, when he saw what I did, he jumped on the bandwagon and said, he's going to offer the people them money for pay a lawyer fee. And tell me, so they don't need that to be a lawyer fee, you know. Or just forget to know Maroon identification. So see that the people get identification, they have to state their sovereignty. And the land is...
Hola, Emperor. Excellency Daniel Z. Basra just joined us. Queen Mother, Daniel is on the line. LA Emperor is on the line. Daniel, Grand Rising.
Blazing perfect black lights.
Yeah, I have Queen Mother from a Kong town. There's a concern because last night, Excellency said that the tally at the gate from the last celebration of the 6th of January by the Akongpong Pound Maroon, people are saying that they have a bit of concern about that. How are you getting that on the ground?
I was just on a call with a man complaining to me because he's saying the Chief Curry came at the meeting as supposed to after the 6th.
Yeah.
To tell the people, and I heard that he told the people it's 1.6 million.
1.
No, let us look at that. Listen.
US or Jamaican money.
Sure, cut it out in LA. Listen to me. No. Last year,
yes.
Last year you charged. Last year it was $500, and you made 1.3. You raised it to $1,000. Now if it's 1,000 Jamaican dollars and you collect 1.6 million, you're saying to us that is only 1,600.
when you do the tally, $1.6 million is only 1,600.
People come. That's what basically you're saying.
Yes.
And this year was way more people than last year. And last year at $500 you made one. So it means at least 2,000 people come last year.
Mm. So
but to make $1 million at $500,
yes.
it means that over 2,000 people come last year. And this year was to the man with one eye. This year, a whole lot more people. Everybody know whenever the 6th of January it comes on a Friday and on Saturday, it's super packed.
That Queen Mother, do you have anything to say about because this is
the money being counted, and a chief is not people alone count the money. There are several people who count the money. Chief was not at the gate. Chief was not at the gate collecting money.
Right? Exactly. The chief was not at the gate.
Yes.
So the issue is not the chief per se, but how the money go.
And you know what? I don't think you guys who stay out there and stereotyping people like say no something go wrong with the money. For the past 100 years, which other chief ever tell anybody how much money they collect? Richard Curry is the first chief ever mentioned how much money he collect. Martin Luther Wright never say how much he collect. Murdy Road didn't say how much he collect. Karen Williams did not say how much they collect.
Yes.
And this chief was not the one who count up the money. The money was counted by everybody.
Hold on.
We agree.
Queen Mother.
We agree. No, what you say, Gada? Yes. But the issue is not. The issue is, listen up, it is $1.6 million. Regardless of how the counting goes, something go wrong, you know. Something must go wrong. Unless Queen Mother accepts it, 1,600 Maroon people from a 6th of January.
She said that Maroons don't pay to enter. She said
but you know,
yes.
Listen again. Last year, at $500, 1.8 million collect. So it meant that last year is at least 2,000 people or more have to be there. This year at $1,000, it is $1.6 million make. The mathematics say you're telling me that is 1,600 people come. Why this year more than last year?
Please.
Yes.
That's right here, Phil's story second hand. That's why I don't want to talk after nobody because he's hearing Phil's story the second hand. Because he was nowhere in a compound.
Okay.
You know, listen.
I'm hearing you.
Mathematics say it's not about second hand. The fact of the matter is, we're just asking, Mummy, we're not arguing.
No, we're not arguing. We're not arguing.
No, I was from that $6 million collect at the gate. No, we didn't.
That's more.
So put it at $2 million then, Daniel. Because if that is second hand and what is that?
Okay.
I have reached.
That was mine. Look now.
Yes.
We have nothing more than because I'm working on the maths.
Okay.
And if it was $1.6 million, it would simply mean that is 1,600 people come, and we know that would have been wrong. That at least 6,000 to 7,000 people out there now.
Chief.
Yes,
Chief.
yes.
Chief.
Yes.
Let me clear a point with you guys.
Yes.
Let me clear a point with you guys.
Yes, sir.
From here, and Colonel and Chief. Nobody, the Colonel them, they get cut their money at your time, and nobody asks no question. Nobody asks no question. Nobody say nothing, and I don't know why these young people now trying to destroy this young man.
No.
I don't know why they're trying to destroy them.
Queen Mother. Let me say this, and I think as much as Emperor L.A. Lewis is the head of Nyankopon, it is the Maroon that he's working for. As much as Daniel D. Basra, could you silence your phone for me, please, people? As much as Daniel D. Basra wants to occupy an office for the Maroon, it's the people that he works for. Richard Curry, as I said to you a while ago, he's running an office of the Maroon people. And he has he has to answer to the Maroon people, not Mr. Golding, not to Andrew Holness, not to the Governor General, and not to none of the Jamaica Corporation workers of the Crown, because the Maroon beat the Crown in 1738. We are sovereign. So when we put these questions to the office of Richard Curry has to answer to the people. All right, it's not a personal attack on Richard. Don't think that way, Queen Mother. We're not doing that.
You know what? There's something now, Chief.
Yes.
You see, from my point of view, when it come to Chief Curry,
yes,
and when it come to Bosra,
yes,
L.A. Lewis, they're doing personal attack on Chief, and I do not like it, and that's why we're going to stay away from them.
Hold on. Can you?
I will talk to you off the ear. I will talk to you personally off the ear. I will talk to you personally off the ear. Because what they're saying now.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Chief.
I never attacked the Chief. Wait, no.
We never
I never attacked the Chief.
No.
No, say Maroon. I says Maroon. Listen, I never attacked the Chief, Mummy. You can't say that, Mummy. We never attacked the Chief. Me said, the people, it has gotten to me that is $1.6 million. And if it's $1.6 million, well, there's a discrepancy. Me never say the Chief. The Chief not there, the gate, I collect the money.
No.
All right. So why are you so interested? And you're not there.
Listen, me say, I got cell phone calls. You just come on the phone. People does not complain.
No, that's not complain. That's
people complain. So people call me. Me never says here and here. All me says, boy, if I really that, we need to assess it and look at it. How is it? Hold on, how is it now? How is it that Chief Curry came out to put out Bavara, and then he said, no.
Hold on. We can't hear you right now.
Once the people's money.
Let me tell you something.
Daniel,
let me tell you something.
Yeah, what you saying, Queen Mother?
Let me tell you something, Chief.
Yeah.
All the rest of Colonel them, they come in and they do their own thing.
Yeah.
None of them never see that Maroon need any little highlight.
Yes.
And this Chief coming in now and giving a compound a highlight. I was one all you to do. Hey, don't try to tear him down.
Hello.
Don't tear him down.
Daniel. Hold on. Hold on.
Every move. Listen up. Let me speak. Every move that Richard Curry attempt to make. When him say, all them can't get the ID though. I come to him when I do the ID. See, we have the machine here. This is what it is. These are the documents you have to file so that when Maroon use the ID, them not pay GCT. Him say, yes, Mr. If anything, contact me. Him try do it without me and I know him can't do it.
All right.
He's the one who...
All right.
Mommy, make me ask
If
you.
you come in, Bezra, you come in, and you come in with militancy. You come in with militancy.
One at a time.
No, we set a meeting with him. We had a meeting, and I said, look here, when can that happen? Him said that time that we went down to his house, and we sat. I put somebody, there was a third party, on three-way, on speaker, and we discussed this with him, because we said, listen, based on our studies for the last 11 years and what it takes to set Maroon free, we said, Chief, just printing an ID now gonna do it, because you have to go through the process of making sure that the Chamber of Commerce, the Jamaica government, and says we gone through that process. We know exactly what to do. When you're ready, tell me, make we tell you. And rather than come to Basra and say, yo, Basra, how this go? And 2 times run people ID and can't do what to do.
But you know what?
Mommy, listen,
I have my ID.
Mommy,
I have my ID with my QR code.
Luna, Mommy,
I have my ID. I have my Maroon ID with my QR code.
That ID, that ID,
Hold on, because
you go and buy something and use that ID, you don't get a tax exemption. You cannot use it and do nothing in the country, nowhere in the world. It has no recognized. It's just to say you have an ID. That is what we was talking about.
You know what, Steve? It's just like nobody. No, all what does just say no. Nobody here do a story in a compound. Nobody here in a compound about money problem.
all right, people. Let us take a deep breath right here, because we're going all over the place.
Okay.
And
she said it. Wait, no. She said there's no. That means the people that may call me.
Yes.
But just have not take no more calls from them then.
That's right. Don't take no more calls from them.
Mama, hold on, my brothers and sisters.
No, them can't make me look.
Daniel, don't take the energy there, because what I'm trying to get across, my brothers and sisters, is this is not a personal attack on any individual Maroon. No. The Corporation of Jamaica is robbing us left, right, and center. And I think Daniel brought up a valid point as to how we can liberate ourselves. We have the Emperor LA on the line that has been, I personally used the ID what LA give to me and do business on several occasions. Because guess what? We cannot minimize Maroon anymore. Maroon is our nationality. This is who we are as a nation. It is not an compound town Maroon situation or a town. The whole entire island belongs to us.
Hey.
We are. Yes, I. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When in 2015 or so.
Somebody have them radio on. Turn your radio off, because you're feeding back through. Yes.
In 2015, when Dennis Foster and myself and some other, we brought the IDs. Because we study and recognize long before nobody dreaming about this. We recognize and say, the key to the sovereignty is to identify as sovereign. So we go through the process. We contact the UN. We learn everything to do. So when we came to Maroon Town, we had 1,500 IDs. Only thing we have to do, they're still in the building right now. Do you know what the same council of overseas Maroon call and tell Maroon say, boy, now have a work, and the government have come down for way and don't listen to them. And then now, the very same program that we had thoroughly researched on how to do, out of pure family position, they are promoting it and it's still not doing right. Me not say it not for doing now, but me could do it right now. So if me a bill out, is the contractor me I go to, me not talk to the plumber.
Yes.
And Maroon problem is here. Maroon are going like. That's if Daniel Bazza know, or if Dennis Foster know.
Yeah.
We spend more money and go to school and research and study and know. Because when the government was a come in, when Richard Curry get the ganja program, he couldn't stand up as a sovereign. It ended up in the government and a Maroon lose $4 million US. We stand up as the sovereign. So we start the conversation. It is us that brought the light of a compound people to the world, not Richard Curry and Daniel Badra started. And because of their own bad mind and hypocrisy, they will never admit it. And therefore, where there's no knowledge, the people suffer.
All right. And we take that. I personally endorse the fact where your light has shined. Now, Queen Mother, I want to get back to you, but because you have said to me that this is one of the best move that has been made over the years by the Colonel. We see where we see where a lot of Jamaican concept is coming into the process, where even the leader of the opposition, the American concept, has come across. You, in your sense, don't believe that the Colonel should have dialogue with the likes of Daniel Z. Basra and other Maroon brothers and sisters. Have you said anything to the Colonel to say he's running an office and he has to do the reach out to the people?
If you reach out to the chief and you reach out in militancy, would you stand up to listen to people with militancy? If you need a good civil conversation and go to the chief,
Make sure answer, Daniel. Daniel, make sure.
I can't talk.
Daniel,
I can't talk when somebody.
Sorry about that. Queen Mother, continue. Queen Mother, continue.
I will talk to you off the air. But not when somebody contended with me.
He has muted his
because
mic.
Number one, you guys put out a bad publicity again.
So
that was bad publicity for you guys to do that to the chief. That was bad, Basra. And nobody will respect you for that. Because when the
all right, Mama, make him answer you. Make him answer you. Hold on, Mama.
Chief.
Yes.
Chief, I'm gonna go. Because when I hear people start to disrespect people, me not in a hit. Me not in the disrespect business. Because me I tell you what happened. I was in my magazine.
Hold on.
I'm telling you. Did you see the picture of the hotel?
Yes.
Did you see the picture of the hotel? That's the place I think our hotel?
Yes.
Somebody will behave like that.
No, but hold on. Emperor.
I'm not going to say nothing further. I'm done. I'm done.
Queen Mother.
I'm done. I will talk to you because
the Emperor. Hold on. The Emperor wants to say something to you.
I don't talk to nobody again. I'm finished.
No, Queen Mother. Remember said.
All right.
Queen Mother.
Let me say okay talk. But you know,
Queen Mother.
Yeah.
You already said everyone in a compound may have respect and may have love for everyone. So, I don't want to in a back and say me disrespect the system in a compound because I 100% in that. But I remember, when we did said we were going to put
now get somebody who sit on right in a compound now. Somebody from a compound want to talk to you, chief. This is right in a compound now, house now. I want to say your name and stuff like that.
Hold on. May the Emperor finish and then. Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Emperor.
But I still have to make everybody talk. So I'm not going to talk too long. I just probably 20 seconds talk. These are thanks. If everybody can show us some respect.
Hold on, we're getting in the meeting.
Yeah, but you can't put anybody in the meeting, man. No. I was the one who helped endorse Richard to become the chief.
That's not true. That's not true because Richard Cohen do not know you. Richard Cohen do not know you.
Queen,
Richard Cohen do not know you.
Queen, hold on. Queen, hold on.
Queen, just listen, man.
They call me Queen Mother because Mama always first.
Yes, man.
Queen Mother,
you respect that your bloodline strong.
The oldest person is always giving that honor no more.
Queen Mother.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Rastafari.
All right, Rastafari.
So, Queen Mother.
Who am I speak? Emperor, you finish or you continuing?
No, me don't start talking and Queen Mother. We have to show a thing name respect, you know, we have to show a thing name call a thing name professionality. You understand? You people are now running a governmental office. So government people doesn't say they're running out of meeting when somebody else start talk and start over talk each other. That's the same. I'm make sure I'm quiet when person talks. I'm quiet when you talk. So just show some respect.
Queen Mother, mute your phone. Yes, continue. Yeah.
So people all in the world.
Yes.
Can you hear me now, Queen Mother?
Hold on then.
She's listening. Just a sec. We're trying to add the other lady from Akampong. In the meantime, I'll mute the phone for you guys.
Thank you very much. Oh, you're so beautiful. Continue, Emperor. Because Daniel, he has something that you were saying.
Yeah, as I was saying now, when Queen Mother said come, that would be far away from the truth. You understand? Because if you're going to Chinel Maroon village, you can go up there and tell us said, I just want to get Chinel Maroon village vote for the first time in history of our compound. In a compound, one Rasta man alone always vote. You understand? And him always hold the gate of our compound every 6th of January. I have him name right down so I can search. The first in history Chinel ever vote for anybody in a compound was I got them to do that. You understand? And I even was opening up the gate back down at Chinel because I remember saying them to move the gate from down at Chinel and carry it up our compound. So we were overtaking now back premises. Like I was going to a man to go there, I will go take back the land from the Jamaican government down there. Enough people now talk about that. I will go over Portmore. I will take back the land from Andrew Owens himself. So, and now, we're coming to IDs now. In 2001, I came up there and come to Ferran. Daniel wasn't up there at the time when we come up there. You understand? With me and Kerry. Them time I never know up front. You understand? So I'm up there now and then Mr. Bin now.
Yes, I realize. Yeah.
So Melvin.
Kim, wait.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Grand Rising.
The ladies on the phone. No, the ladies on the phone right now.
Yeah, man, so let me don't talk now, Queen.
Yeah. Welcome, Empress. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
I am Avis. I'm Avis. I'm from a compound.
Hey, Avis.
And I am one of the standing members in a compound.
Oh.
I heard that gentleman voice.
Yes, that is.
Greetings. This is
Emperor.
Maroon Emperor. This is the Emperor, Maroon Emperor.
I don't know him. I am 61 years old and I don't know L.A. Lewis.
No. But you don't know him personally. You don't know him personally.
I don't know him. And I am.
No, but I'm saying.
I know that you don't know me neither, man. You understand? But you might hear about me.
I have never heard. I heard about you, but I've never seen you in a compound yet.
Okay.
Anything about you in a compound.
All right, now, Mama. So just listen now. So in 2001, when I came down to a compound, I came down there with Kerry. Because I the woman. You understand?
Nobody know deal with Kerry in our compound, so I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not in the fighting, man. We just give a story,
no,
man. Please
I am saying that we don't deal with Kerry, so we don't know nothing about Kerry in our compound.
Don't talk now. So I just tell you how I get involved with a compound. I'm just giving you my involvement with a compound. How it started.
Okay.
2001 now, when I came down to a compound for the first in 2001. We came down to the car, we got check the local work some at the end of the day now. Queen, no,
That definitely-
listen.
that's right.
Queen mother, mute your phone. Mute your phone, Queen mother. But my thing, Emperor, is you. Okay. She Miss Mama Avis boy, she is not personally known to you, but we are all maroon on this panel right now, and what we're trying to say, Avis, is we as Maroon have just celebrated the 6th in a Kongpong town as to our blood treaty by our ancestors that have beaten the crown, giving us our sovereignty and our birthright to rule over our destiny. Now, Richard Curry now is operating the office of the Maroon as Colonel of a Kongpong town. Some of the brothers and sisters, Daniel Z. Badger is on the line, and they share a sentiment that the $1.6 million that Richard put forward as to the profit from the gate, they have a concern about that, not to mention any promises that the leader of the opposition may have tried to bribe Maroon people with to get back the Jamaica Corporation to rule over Maroon, which is foolish. These are the sentiments that is coming across. Do you have anything to say about that?
To say what I have to say.
Yes.
Bozra do not live in a compound.
Yes, he's a Maroon.
He's a Maroon, but he do not live in a compound. We just know Bozra about 10 years ago.
Yes.
That's when I know Bozra.
Yes.
That is when I know Bozra.
Yes.
And Bozra is a troublemaker in the community, and they
all
get him
Maroons,
out.
all Maroons, troublemaker, mama.
All Maroons are troublemaker.
Mama. Avis. Yes, continue.
Bozra do not have anything to do with Richard Curry's government, because
with the Maroon government that Richard Curry is operating under. Yes.
Yeah, he do not
Maroon
have
government.
him as a government at all in a compound.
No,
Bozra
but
is a part of.
mama, let me say this to you, because this is where we're killing, we are defeating the purpose of liberation when we isolate ourselves from each other. Now, as I said to you, an election was run, and whether or not Bozra lived in a Kongpong town, Bozra is one of the first one, long before Richard Curry went on the mountaintop and started shouting. Bozra, amongst others like LA that you are not acquainted with, Colonel Pink,
that is Richard, the mountaintop, may I ask, please?
The mountaintop of liberation, where we say we are Maroons and would not be governed by no Jamaica Corporation.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, but listen to me. What we're saying is we are Maroons calling ourselves Jamaican because we have a 1738 and them have a 1962. Which one come before? 1738, right? 1738. Yes, so 1730. So 1730 before 1962, all are we, the Maroon. And now we are seeing where a Kongpong town where the blood treaty was signed. And that's what Mr. Akongpong. Akongpong is not a man, it's not a place, it's a man. And this man signed a blood treaty between the British Empire, who surrendered to our people. Now, if Daniel Z. Bozra is a Maroon, Richard Curry.
You know what? Chief.
Chief. Just let me talk something now. I priest Gadites.
Yes, sir.
Is one of the treaty sign. Remember, say a treaty sign, you know. A compound sign, one of them.
Yes, sir.
So, but me could go back now to the compound Maroon village now, before it was cut. I am not in no war with Richard.
No,
Richard,
no.
Because Richard don't know you.
But Richard is running a public office. Richard is running. It is not for LA to know Richard. Richard. No, but hold on. Queen.
Me and Richard, just want to talk to her, guys. Richard already know me. I have Richard first phone number years before him turn colonel.
Buy phone. But listen me. Listen. I live in a compound all my 61 years, and I never see you in a compound yet. And I never hear what people say they see you from a compound.
Queen, just listen me, man. Melvin Curry was the one who gave us the the signature for the Maroon for the first Maroon Constitution, official Maroon Constitution, what is recognized by
Hold on.
Queen, you look like say you're a dunce and you're ignorant if you're not gonna listen. And if I am not gonna listen, it is going to let me look like I'm a dunce and people's gonna look down on me. So
yes, you are a fool. You are a fool.
Hey,
Queen,
hey.
We get too long.
Hold
You
on.
are a fool.
Queen,
I'm in a compound and I am 61 years old and I don't know you.
Hold on,
And if I
Queen.
go to the primary
Queen.
school, nobody know you there.
Queen.
Nobody know you there.
Emperor.
Queen, Miss
Can you tell me the principal name in a compound? Can you
Queen.
please tell me the
Daniel.
principal name in a compound?
All right, hold on, people.
yes, hold on, man, Queen. God, if you just talk to her, make sure listen out, because
Yeah.
she's over
Yeah,
talking.
but hold on. Emperor, what I think is happening is we are too intimate to the situation. And because hold on. No, but hold on. We have to understand that we're dealing with people's lives right now. We're dealing with brothers and sisters who are listening to us globally, and they need to know that we are having a reasoning. Now, if the chief and the females them have a special understanding, I respect that. But at the same time, the understanding between the chief and Pong Pong Town is not where it stops. This is a global initiative by the United Nations who have recognized our people as indigenous people. It is not a village that they're discovering as indigenous people. The reason why the Jamaica Corporation is fighting us for not taking our identity strongly and seriously is because there's an agenda to put us out as Jamaican first. You see what them do to Usain Bolt? Them rob Usain Bolt because him is a Jamaican. We have to get our appellation right now. Hold on. As far as Colonel Richard, any one of our indigenous brothers and sisters, whether you live in a Kongpong town or not, supposed to be granted the brotherly love and respect where even him a reach out, if he can reach out to Mr. Golding from the Jamaica Labour Party, him can reach out to L.A. Lewis, because at least L.A. now commit treason like Mr. Golding. Mr. Golding is representing a Jamaica corporation that is annihilating the Maroons. And this is what we need to stop. It is not about Richard Curry, not about L.A. Lewis, not about Daniel Zibazwa, not about me, the next generation. And I want us to have dialogue in a respectful manner.
Can I please say something? Can I get a little talk? Why are you bickering? Because a compound people don't have any problem. Everybody in a compound is satisfied with what happened.
Yes, I agree, woman. I agree that the people. Hold on.
Why this bickering?
Hold on. It's not a bickering. Because listen to me. When you come out of the community called a Kongpong Town and go into any one of the other community that Jamaica Corporation has branded and stolen from the Maroon, you will enter into problems. We are saying that where the treaty signed does not give the people who live there so the solemn right as to claim in Maroon. That's garbage. We as people.
I disagree with
well, that is where the
Maroons.
What,
we are ban Maroons.
So what make a ban Maroon? What make hold on. It's not a compound make you a Maroon, mama. Don't say that pan national airwaves. It's not a compound. It is not. It is not. It is. Oh.
I am a Maroon. I am a Maroon by blood.
What are the Gadites? I
am a Maroon by blood.
Gadite. She's 60 at year. Yeah, I mean 60 at year.
Wow.
Remember, Pauline Lewis now, who even won the church down at Chinel. Yes, and when we never done that BS school, Pauline is my auntie. Different from that now, Medjin Row now.
Trinel people don't need to from Maroon census list. And me do my own census list as Buzra, Daniel Buzra, and me put him on Maroon census list. Me put him on 10 years
Daniel, hold on there.
Yes, whole side and put that.
This make the thing now go to this lady coming and
Yeah, this was the outside that was so close. And Daniel come to him and he put Daniel on Maroon sent us his LA Lewis on the pan.
Queen.
Wow.
I am Melvin.
Maroon sent us this
Queen.
You are not
Melvin.
on Maroon sent us. You are not.
I think we're defeating the purpose. I think we're defeating the purpose.
We're defeating the purpose.
Yes, yes.
Let me tell you something. I think me and you
All right.
Yes.
we can have a conversation one away. We can have a conversation one away. Yeah? Because you guys hearing some things from LA Lewis and from Buzz which we not confusing.
Hold on now.
About it. We can have a meeting one away. So you know what?
Queen mother.
They're queen going to leave. We're going to leave the meeting.
Some I
You're going to leave the meeting.
Because whatever is happening, it is wrong. It is wrong.
What is wrong?
We don't know LA Lewis. LA Lewis is not on Maroon census list. He's not on Maroon.
Wow.
Queen,
and you need to stop. You need to stop.
Hold on.
You are on Maroon.
Hold on.
We do not know you.
Hold on.
We do not know you.
Hold on.
Queen, hold on. Guys, let me just teach her something, and then she can. She can go it.
I know Maroon. That is on Maroon census list.
Queen.
And if you call me the darkest night, I can give you the name and the address.
Queen.
And I don't know LA Lewis.
Queen, let me teach you something in case you never know. You can go research. Because words can tell lie, but mathematics doesn't tell lie. We have over 13 people in a compound with the Maroon from 2001 come up. It doesn't have to under a white hall. We have 100.
Chanel have nothing to do with Maroon. Chanel have nothing to do with Maroon. Chanel have nothing to do with Maroon.
Worldwide with the name kept from Maroon identification card. Melvin Curry himself died in Maroon.
He dead.
All right, that's
what I'm telling you the other day.
So if Melvin have a Maroon, name kept from Maroon identification card.
I believe it.
Well, I'm not Queen
to leave because
Maroon identification card. I them have the Maroon identification card.
Can I not have none? Can I not rank with you? Can I am my next door neighbor and you don't have none? I'm my cousin. And you don't have none, him not ranking with you. He don't know you. Maroon don't know you.
Hold on.
Me tell you, tell me the name of the principal of the primary school.
What is the real name for where you're there now? Where you're there name Lookout Mountain. You
don't know where me there. You don't know where me there. You don't know where me there. Somebody I try to tell you, you don't know where me there. You want me to tell you where me live? Me live at Hilltop near the Cape Wireless Pole. So send the people there come. Are you come? Me live at Hilltop. Hilltop near the Cape Wireless Pole. So you and them come.
Queen. Cause no, hold on.
Calm down. Give them a time to talk. Let them out. I'm a Queen Mother's granddaughter. I'm also my own born and bred.
Yeah.
There's so many things that's being said on here that I've had to listen that I just want to clear up some ambiguities. Educate me, because what you I'm not a part of this team here, but I'm overhearing the conversation, and as a Maroon that was born and bred, grew up in Maroon Town.
Yes.
I have some questions for you, Chief Gadai.
Yes.
And as well as for Mr. Basra, and if Mr. Lewis is on the phone, him as well.
Yeah,
question is, did any of you guys vote in the last election?
What was that?
Did any of you the election
of Akongpong Town?
Yes.
Akongpong Town, I'm a resident from over St. Mary, Richmond. So therefore, Akongpong Town as a community, a Maroon community, having its own political apparatus, I am not a resident there.
So therefore you never voted in the election for the chief, the current chief.
I don't take part in a compound town, the Maroon development. Hold on, Emperor, because I want to see where she get. I want to see where she's treading. Why? Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you, Peace God.
Yes.
I need to call for ambiguities here. So as a result, I disagree with the 17. You're saying about the 1738 peace treaty and the 1962 that was signed for overall Jamaica on a whole.
Yeah.
Those are two different instances. What the Maroons fought for, and what was signed in 1738-39 is a complete different battle and a complete different war.
In what sense?
Okay, let me continue. It did impact the rest of the country because it did help to abolish slavery overall in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same way, what applies to the Maroon, what's written on the peace treaty, does not apply to the entire Jamaica.
Hold on. Can I ask you a question? What does the word Maroons mean?
Maroon means runaway slaves.
No. Maroon mean in the full context. Hold on. No, I let you talk. Hold on, I let you talk. You have to listen to have a dialogue, you have to listen. Now, Cimarron, which is a Spanish word, because we ruled Spain for 900 years, it's the description of a person, wild and untamed. Now, the slave master who would like to categorize all of the melanated people as slave is ignorant. And if we choose to use that ignorancy to verify the folly that we are not all Maroons, that is where we fall short. In 1738, when a treaty was signed with the British Empire by the Maroons, and a particular Maroon called a Kompong, a man, not a place, brought into existence just like how Toussaint Louverture, who was inspired by Bookman, another Maroon, estimated to the British crown that we were never slaves. Say you have captured Maroons and you have free Maroons that have never been captured. Now, a Kompong town now is taking onto itself that they are the only Maroon. It does not cut coat because it leaves the Jamaica Corporation that was started in 1962, branding our people, calling them Jamaica, to have legitimacy. Is there anything that you don't understand with that?
I do understand what you're saying. However, I disagree with what you're saying.
You have all right to do that. But if you don't have factual disagreement,
I'm gonna.
What you're saying is no facts there. This is all.
No. It's not an understanding. No, but it's not an understanding.
Let me ask you this way.
Can I do the honors, Queen? Can I answer you now? Can you ask me a question too? Can I answer you yes or no?
Sure. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Our Kompong was allocated in 1625. A Kompong was developed. Yeah. The village what them look out, what them now call a Kompong Maroon village. After them name it after General Kompong. Yes, and so now, but before that now, a Kompong came from St. Thomas and was in Scotland. Then none them sent him from Scottsdale for help fight water. Down at Chimney, the man to go be St. James Maroon down in Chimney Maroon village. After that now, you have now a shanty town. Do you know where is a shanty town Maroon village? Do you know where it is?
No.
A shanty town Maroon village now, my friend, is what you know called Kingston.
Daniel! Please, Daniel.
Yeah. Them shoot a shanty town. Rude boy, they can patrol in a shanty town. Sevens down a Ocean 11. You can go over Spanish Town over the library. So Spanish Town Archive Library now behind the courthouse of all of that information, where you can go over and you can left with the official documents, but you can take a photo of the official documents after you pay them 10,000 to do it. So watch it now, Queen. So Ashanti Town Maroon now, where them now called Trenchtown, Anatown, Rosetown, and now Tibaligiado, where them used to call Akiwa. and Greenwich Farm, and now you know called Queen Victoria Pier. So the first that bad Maroon went to upper St. Elizabeth was a compound nanny official war ground to that place they call now Nannyville, where them capture and put the first Governor General office it. So history now, and then you'll find
Louis a madman in a green clothes.
Hold on. You see? Yo.
Queen, the madman that clean clothes are history.
Hold on, Marcus Garvey was also a madman in a clean clothes. Martin O'Planner was a madman in a clean clothes. Don't say that, mama. The stone that refused.
Maroon, and I will die for that.
No, we will live for a Maroon. We're not dead. We will live as Maroon.
He is not a Maroon.
I have more questions. This needs to be a dialogue. I agree.
Yes.
Let me just answer the queen because she's very intelligent. I'm like how she talk.
Yes, sir.
So she's not white. Not like that. So now, if Trenchtown and a town where them now called Kingston was a shanty town. So nobody can deny that they're a shanty Maroons. Nobody. I am a shanty Maroon.
I understand that.
You know?
I understand where you're coming from.
Daniel,
I prescribe this.
I want to say one thing out there. I just want to say one thing out. It's a lot. You're going to tell me what the villages, and I get it. I understand that there's a bit more history.
Then after that, now you have Stony Hill now, where them now have where the war did go on, and them
Mama, stop the ignorance, mama. Stop that. Queen, Avis, stop saying that. You know point blank said, all the way Maroon. Come on, cut it off. Stop saying that. Stop saying that because you are making other people figure more or less that we don't know ourselves. As I said to you, a compound is not a place, it's a man. It's a man that name a compound.
It is a place.
It's a place named after a man. No, it's a place named after. It's a place named after a man. And the reason why the place was named, but the place, hold on, but there's a reason why the place was named after the man.
Yeah, it's named after a compound because.
Why?
Exactly,
what is it? No, that is not why. That is not why it was named after him, mama. It was named after Kojo. It was named after Kojo. It was named after a compound because Taki.
Yes, a compound.
Yeah, Taki and Kojo was the three that went as missionary on behalf of Nani. Nani was not in favor of signing any contract, any deal with the oppressors because Nani know full point blank that they would not honor their signing. So that is why hold on.
All of these places.
Your phone is not sounding good. Talk your phone properly.
So I was saying that he was pointing out a bunch of different areas that I know that he's saying is Maroon. These are all former Maroon places or still Maroon places, correct?
A compound was born in St. Elizabeth. A compound birthday is January. A birthday is January the 30th. You understand? And it's born at St. Elizabeth. So now, you have to go along at St. Elizabeth now and go on our compound in place. We can carry on the ship.
No, the corporation don't want.
I just want a clarification from Louis.
Yeah.
I just want him to tell me the name of the oldest Maroon in a compound or the principal at the primary school name. Just tell me that.
All right. So what I know, we know about now my person who I link with down there now, mainly now, different from Kanai and different from Daniel Basra them and different from Murder Road them and different from Lawrence them is what
that still don't answer my question. That still don't answer my question.
What no?
Curry is the one who I have association with. And then the local lady now, what's her name again? Was she dead the other day? And My boy, they build the house for that the PMP politician before them come out of power. Why them again? And them the same in the bulb scandal. That all year they want them to build the old I mean the girl one time go get some money. But she
no
died.
compound though. It's not a compound. Nobody no live in a compound
So,
like
so
that.
listen me now, man. So what you go on
Nobody
now?
no build.
Listen to Queen, man.
Hold on.
Melvin Curry now. Cause me tell you to go up on Melvin Curry veranda.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take out the banana them out time yard.
Where's Melvin?
You understand?
Where
What?
is Melvin Curry? Where's Melvin
dead
Curry?
Melvin dead the other day, Queen.
Yeah, but
Melvin died.
Emperor, all right. This is what we're saying.
So, but guys, not a close off now and then everybody else can talk.
Yes.
In closing now, 2001 when we came down there and Melvin Curry signed the documents for us. Yes, and Ferran tell me something for give him 300,000. I'm gonna give him 100,000 front. And the passing documents to me. Yes, and when we go around at the playing field now, because until today now, you can't listen to me now, man. Listen to me, man. Until now, we still have $1.3 million in the Victoria Mutual Bank account for the water thing project. What we they gonna do? Don't when they pass the airport, don't find a piece of farm. So, come can tell we already discussed. Spend money for dig up. Until now, Queen man. Until now, we don't touch the $1.1 million there. And the second somebody now who will come now with the water project now was the same Daniel Z. You understand? So we still have the money there. That means if anybody gonna say the emperor thief the money there, we can always show them to see that from Curry coming up power. We don't touch the money until now. Because I don't need to touch the money. You understand? So $1.1 million because we don't run the dam. So well, I know we don't talk about the dam, not Ghana, man. So the dam we don't have a piece of farm now. We didn't plan to do it already. So control now. Can I plant weed, man? You know one can I, man? Yes, and so well, so Carl, so the money that is still in, and Daniel Bazard was a part of that. When we come with the investor, Daniel was a part of that dam project to make everybody get water.
So why we not get the water?
Why we not get the water now? Because what happened now? Curry did come in a power at the same time when we did help vote Curry. And Curry said, well, the Queen man, you can't ask Richard, man. And Richard now do have to start a little argument with me and him. So what happened now that they put on pass, but the money is still down there, and we were going to send a water truck down there now.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me stop. Let me tell. Let me say something towards this. Let me say something towards this. You got time now.
Hold on. She said,
1 minute I got left. 1 minute I got left. I'm talking 1 minute there, but in. As Daniel FNetL in the line.
yeah, well, we're cut it up. Yeah.
So when we come with a water project and now, the money they already there. We did already start PF down the land already down there. You understand? And we need to start the water project. Well, on the Queen. We never send the water truck, and Daniel was the man who we did to send the water truck.
So when did you start PF the land? Where the land did start PF?
Right. When they're under the airport, so if you look, you're going to say,
at two airport, me know Naman Manley, whatever. At two airport,
No. You have one next one. You have a next one up at Ocherus, right? A Bascobel, run a Bascobel. The James Bond Airport. The James Bond.
That's what I'm telling you. She don't know what I come from.
But hold on, Emperor. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Give me a minute, please. A minute, pleplease.
Yeah, but hold on, Emperor. Emperor. This is a radio station we are run, and I do not have the long dialogue for going around in circles. You mentioned that she asked a question about you knowing people inside the community. Obviously, she has not seen you role in the community, and we accept that. That does not take away any credential from us being a Maroon. Maroon Queen, what is it that you want to say to the Emperor?
Okay, the last time we had a meeting and the Empire was there, the Empire said he gave $6 million to Richard Curry. And when I come up and I talk, and he said that water in the
Hold on,
community.
Emperor.
He
Hold
said
on,
that
Emperor.
water
Hold on.
in the community. And when I said no, everybody was against me.
Maroon Queen, where was I in a compound?
No, he was on the air. And what we did it for $600 million. I heard you have
No, Queen, that you
Which station?
Chief.
Yes.
Chief.
Yes.
Just mute Ellen Lewis for me, please. Just mute him for me. Because
all right, let's respect. Let us respect each other. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. And of course, that is the marginal thing for each and everyone. You cannot take a minute and 5 minutes to explain yourself. We are very intellectual. Going to respect that. What is it you want to say in your 30 seconds? We're counting.
And then he said he have 2,500 people in Chinel that he responsible for. We do not have 50 people living in Chinel. He said he's at niece of so-and-so, nothing like that. And then Louis said he gave Richard Curry $6 million. And when I said no, nothing like that, everybody jump up and want to crucify me, say he talking the truth. And he was lying because he do not give no $6 million. He said water in a compound. And that I know water in a compound because that lady pour water to wash my hand when I use the washroom up there. Because no water there. We have to carry water on our head.
All right. Point well taken. Emperor, you have 30 seconds to rebut what she says a while ago.
Well, she's 100% telling a lie because she cannot find no video where me some get Curry
offered. Yes,
and then offer Curry $1. She can't find no video of that. And then now I said the $1.8 million is still in the account where we're going to do the project and say spring water on the island. I would already start spend money to pay up the venue. So what I am saying now, people, we need to unite and stop that cuss arena because while we are cuss with one another, the corporation and journalists them just find how much war tanker to come kill off Korea and everybody and kill off the whole away. Even turn the place in a republic. So we need to stop war against one another.
Hold on. Point well taken. You were gonna say something, Maroon Queen.
Yes, I was.
Yes.
I do respect opposition, and I do understand that there are some things that Mr. Lewis has not agreed with how the chief has done, and I don't think you'll ever find that in any government or any institution or any it's a part of ruling. However, I have seen a whole lot of bad publicity, and while it is okay to oppose to different things in any government, there has to be a better way to go about it. You know what I mean? And Mr. Lewis, you're also saying that you want to invest with water for the community and all that. It doesn't take you being friends with the colonel for you to do that. Barrels from Canada brought to the community, giving it back to the kids there. And I did it without the chief's knowledge or without anybody's knowledge. I just did what I have to do because I'm not doing it for some clout or doing it just because I want everybody to know that I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I am able to do it. So I'm saying, well, I understand that it's good to oppose if there's something the chief is doing that you don't agree with, but there has to be a more respectful way and a more professional way that you can go about it without tearing him down. Because to be honest, the former colonel is my uncle. And I would have voted for him. He has not, because he has had his time and he has not done anything that I can be proud of as a young Maroon growing up. You know what I mean? So I would have voted for people because that he's fighting for the cockpit country. That is enough for me to vote for him. And we don't have enough intelligent Maroons out there doing these things that he's doing. Does he have a lot of work to do? 100% I agree. But does he need our support? He does. So I feel like we, as a people, we just need to identify that there's work to be done, and just try to deal with it on a more respectful, responsible basis. You know what I mean?
All right. You have said some very vital points. I'm trying to get Daniel. I don't know why his office has gone silent on us. I wish I could get him back, because some of the points that you and the Emperor is touching on is very vital. Resource is what we're all about. We're about our people being
Exactly.
liberated.
We are listening, Gadites. We are listening intently.
Thank you very much, sir. Is there anything that you want to weigh in on this? Because we are getting some headway right now with some very good reasoning. Excellency Daniel, you want to put in at this time any point?
Yeah, all right, one of the first things is that nowhere from there's no class on the Maroons. We, the Maroons, have not put our story together either. What we depend on is
Mute your phone, people,
what the
please.
slave masters tell.
Yes.
All right. So, for example, Maroons keeps, I come from Maroons keeps saying Trelawney Town Maroon, right? Because the white man put that. But then, if you're objective and assessing, you find that Ed Trelawney was made the governor of Jamaica in 1938. Right?
Yeah.
It was hidden. That said Guthrie. So Edward Trelawney put himself in a story and call where Cudgel Trelawney Town. There was not a parish called Trelawney until 1770. So how is it that you're trying to tell me that a compound now is Trelawney Maroons? We have lots of stories, because since we as Maroons did not have the etiquette to put our own story together, we keep repeating the name given to us by the slave master. You understand?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. We have the
development. There are certain rules to development, to social advancement. All the largest cities in the world sit on waterways. Without water, you don't go anywhere. Now, when we see you're paying attention to everything else other than the water, that means there's no development.
So shine some light on what the Emperor said about your involvement in the sorry, carry on.
The effort. So
don't know why. Are you walking, Emperor? Excellency? Seem as if I'm not hearing the Excellency properly. And anyone there?
No, all I did.
Yeah, continue.
No. Let me explain it. All I did was I understand. I'm driving. Oh,
you're driving.
If you're going to build a house, guys.
Yes.
If you're going to build a house, the first thing you have to do is find, right? We put together, based on clear scientific knowledge, what is going to cost to put in a 2 to 3 million gallon reservoir, catch the water from quarter miles of pumps up to the tank, clean out the tank, new flange and everything to supply the community with water. That's a fundamental. Dr. Ferran, they may ignore it. We brought it to Richard Curry, they may ignore it. It's almost like a man don't want to say that man they make the contribution there. But we know that until you do that, there's no advancement. Yes. So we let that go. All I have presented is that information. Like I said to them, it's not me doing it. You can contact Isdratech, the largest water systems engineer in Jamaica. Just contact them and say, I can give you the reference.
I don't think no
and
one
will give you the sign.
Yes. I don't think
I mean, what we got was right down to the cost of every ton of cement, every truck of sand, everything that it would take to build the reservoir. Total costing. Because if you're going to ask some money to do something, it stands to reason that you're supposed to know how much the thing costs. Mm-hmm. So you can't go around saying that you want to put in a water project and then someone comes with the money and says, how much you need? And then it says, hold on, let me go check. You're supposed to be ready.
I'd like.
You understand me?
I agree.
Like to talk to yeah.
So then if this work is done, why is it then ignored? So if you're ignoring this work and you can't get this work done, it means you don't plan to put in water. That's just my logic. Because it is a fundamental. If you tell me you're gonna build a house, I'm gonna say you get a contractor. A lie you tell.
So you're saying, sorry sir, but you're saying this was presented to the chief?
This has been. I sent it to him long before when the government called me and gave me the cannabis project.
Yes.
and I could not come to the meeting, and he was in Kingston. I said, Richard, go to this meeting. He gave him things long before he was even thinking of running. No, you have to understand my aversion, Now listen to me. No, the United Nations gave a compound. The government of Jamaica applied for a ganja project, and the United Nations says there are 2 people on the island, and we're not going to marginalize the Maroons. And they gave one to the Maroons. It came to my company. I could not go to the meeting. Richard Curry there told me, Mr. Richard, go and govern this. At the time, he was unemployed. He said, see something for do ya. It ends up, eventually, that the project ends up with the government and the CLA. I get a call from Richard Curry one day. Boy, the project on. I said, why you never call me and tell me, boy, I can't bother, I'm going to look a license for myself. Now, it stands to me, logically, that if you're in charge of something for the indigenous people, and you give it up and look a license, private license for yourself, and bring that private license come into a compound town, violating the sovereignty that you now claim, it tells me that I can't trust your intentions and or your competence and ability to get a job done. It's just a simple logic. 1 + 1 is 2. You are given a test. Here, run this ganja project. So when I see Mr. Curry come and attack, talk about money issues, no. If you had grown 500 pounds of weed under the UN project at $1,000 a pound, 4 crops a year, that would have been $2 million, $4 million US with guaranteed sales. So if you really want the town developed, aside from that, the 20 young men that were part of the project would have each been paid. Let us say the UN was paying them $100 US a week. That would have come to $55,200 US per person. That comes to a serious amount of money that was a swipe from under Maroon. But you end up with a private license and you have not come and explained to the town how that money go.
No, but while you're on that topic, Daniel, I just got someone.
These are questions.
Hold on.
What I find is that it is most alarming that it clearly the man who never wasted mother lunch money is a Rasta. So even when you remember, you articulate this information to the world and the world grasp it, but then 1,000 Maroons refuse to accept it, and 200,000, 250,000, 2 million people out there say this makes sense. So who may I listen to? 1,000 Maroon or the 250 million?
So hold on, because we have an intelligent sister, a queen from Queen Mother's camp. We have Excellency. Yes. We have Emperor L.A. Lewis, and of course we have Mama Avis over there, and yourself. We are trying to reach a crossroad where we can see our way through. Now, I'm hearing through the grapevine as if, because I'm going it through, I've reached out to Richard and several occasions. If Richard is not comfortable with what you're saying, I believe the people also who's walking with Richard are shielding him from showing his true leadership. Because if he can't reason with us, the Maroon, and it's not a compound town, something, you're part of a community that has a nation moving forward. I think if we keep saying that a compound town is Maroon, Kingston and a Maroon, St. Elizabeth and a Maroon, the mere Portland Maroon, we're trying to let you say the entire island and the government of Jamaica is very fearful of us waking up out of the narrative about Maroon being traitors, about Maroon being capturing slaves. We need to come out of that and see our nationality as this identity.
Yeah, I think that's probably where you guys and the chief are losing each other, because I think as a chief, he is responsible for the people in his community, and the community is a compound Maroon town. When there was an election, it was the Akompong Maroons that voted, not Jamaica.
No, but there's no. But that is the rubbish that we're hearing about Jamaica. I've just pointed out that 1738. Yes.
Yes, listen to me now. No, Your Highness, I don't know your name, but let me show you categorically that is not the perspective of the chief.
No.
Because he tapped an ID and he offered that ID to the public for money. So clearly, for money, he is ready to take people under the folds.
Not being truthful. We cannot. And I say that's Richard all the time. That
can you allow me to finish?
All right, go ahead.
We're kings here. Okay.
Mr. About the ID.
Hold on, Maroon Queen. Maroon Queen. But with this properly. Daniel,
Hold
finish
on,
up.
listen. This is what. Hold on, listen.
Finish.
This is what I am saying. The young lady made a relevant point where she said maybe it is because he's personally looking about his community. I can understand that because of them vote for him. That's his responsibility.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why him don't want to embrace. She said that. But I'm saying now to say, but based on his actions, it is obvious that him don't think that way there. Because when it came to putting out the ID and offering that Maroon ID to the public for our money, he didn't only deal with it because if it was for Maroon, they can't charge it to the birthright. It's opposed to.
No, I got mine for free. Maroon got the ID for free.
Hold on. So listen, Maroon for Maroons is for free, but that 150 US is for non-Maroons to get it. So clearly, his mindset when it comes to making money, he will reach out there. So it's the same way he's supposed to be able to think based on what the princess said. He's supposed to think to say, look, as a chief of a couple, we need to gather all the Maroon. We need to get our history together.
Yes.
We need to, because one of their fundamentals of sovereignty, and I gave him the 5 lists. The first fundamental of sovereignty, it is clearly defined borders. I introduced Chief Curry. I said, listen, here is this Akompong Maroon who studied geology at UWI. He is ready to do our maps based on our aid. And then based on international law, you present that map to the United Nations. Says, this is where Maroon define them land. Getting up and going into the bush and spray paint in a corner is not the level we're at. You're supposed to present a map. I found the person who is a Maroon to make a map. I said, listen, get the map done, then we will show you. Say, once you do that, you present the map to the United Nations. The Jamaican government will now have to argue precedents and show that they're ready.
You've had dialogue with the people before? You've
consistently, listen to me now, long before, listen to me again, long before him thing for come chief, I can show you emails and communication. He would drive for me yard and ask me and sit down and say, look here, explain this sovereignty thing to me because he didn't know it. I was the one who studied it versely. And when I articulated the government, back off. Matter of fact, there are only 2 sovereign Maroons right now. It is the young Dennis Foster Jr. who does not have a Jamaican birth certificate, and myself, because I have broken that contract with the government. Once you are using every Maroon claiming Maroons, they still use a Jamaican government ID to do business. That means you are in contract with the Queen.
Yes.
The name on the document is in.
And after the Pope to Basra.
Wait, no, allow me to finish.
Yes.
The name on all your government documents is written in full capitals.
Yes.
Now the Lord Dictionary, when I did that, the Lord Dictionary says anything with capital is a legally registered company. Once it is registered, the word register comes from the Latin word regis, which means to assign superior ownership to the crown. It means when you register your people and give them a birth certificate, so to the colonel, the chief says sovereign. The chief says he's sovereign. And I've asked this question. The chief father the child. Is that child have a Maroon birth document?
I don't.
That child given a Jamaican government birth document. Because you can't say make up your mind. You either have balls or you don't.
All that thought, Excellency. That's a lots of things. Now, ladies.
Listen.
Yes.
1 second. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say now, all other players not being interrogated.
Who's
and
it?
I want to know why Chief Curry being interrogated by, I have to say, people who think they can run the Maroon government.
Queen Mother.
Why they didn't go Maroon?
No. Basra.
Hold on, she asked a question. No, let us be honest. Wait, no, let us be honest. To my respectful elder on the phone, Queen Mother, didn't the community raise up against Murdy? Now in today's age, now we may have the communication mechanisms and we have the media and the social media. But during the time when it was not there, in the town, the people raised up against Murdy.
Even Ferran Williams.
They raised up against Teddy.
Yes.
So don't say that. This is not the first colonel that anybody is questioning. They always
Excellency.
They didn't raise up against him.
Hold on. Empress. As I said a while ago, the intimacy between Richard and the people in business has to be separated. Richard volunteered to work for the Maroon people. And Richard has to understand that when he step into public service, he become a public figure. Just like how you say, hold on, no. You're not going to shield Richard from doing his work. Richard is not a superstar for us. He is a servant. Just like how Kojo and Taki was a servant. Them come to serve the nation of the Maroon. And you're not serving us. So my thing to you is tell Richard and let Richard know that we are not the true enemies. The true enemies are the people who are trying to tell him, so we against our brothers. We can never, because Richard don't know everything, I don't know everything, and you don't know everything. But through the bloodline of the ancestors that keep guiding us, we are finding our way through. When Richard make a man like Daniel Z. Basra move from out of the office that he operates, it is a blow to the nation. Richard may not feel comfortable talking to Daniel Basra, but it is a blow to the knowledgeable aspect of our Maroon legacy.
Again, hold on, again, I ask. Listen up, again, I ask. Richard Courage's first incursion into Maroon business was by a man when my corporation, my non-profit corporation, Canada Green Development, was awarded United Nations. The meeting was being held in Kingston. I was in Mandover. I called Richard the night. I said, I'm going to email you a letter, and you're going to use this letter and go and represent Maroons at this thing. Do you know what Richard said to me? Richard says, I was going to the meetings, but I was waiting to see if I could get through before me. So he knew about this. But then it come to my company. I said, still go on. We got to get through with the program. Right? Remember now, we registered a group. And everything they sent Kenneth over, they sent a Maroon overseas 2 times to look at indigenous people's business, ganja growing. When the funds, listen to me, when the funds is to be released, right? All of a sudden, when the funds is to be released, I get a phone call from Richard Curry, and Richard says to me, boy, the colonel take the program. Up to now, I said, Richard, it's not you sign over the program to Ferran Williams in order to get a deal from the government. I said, show me the difference with me and Maroon now. He will tell the Maroon I'm up here, said, the colonel take the program. Well, I am going to ask for a letter, because like I understand that Babylon is a system of paper. You can't say a girl is your... You can't say a girl is your girl if you can't find a paper name. Marriage certificate outside of that paper is anybody girl. So if Richard Curry is going to say to me, the colonel took away the ganja program, you don't want to tell me that. They said, show me the letter that the United Nations writing and says, Mr. Curry, this and that. But he went to me, him said the program because of the land. While the United Nations already told us that once you get 10 people to sign, that land can use, you don't need a colonel. So how you gonna tell me no? But then out of that program, you end up with a job and you end up with a private ganja license. So the thing went from United Nations over to Cannabis License Authority. Millions was lost from Maroons under your hand.
Yes. And
you can't explain it. Every time I question it, they dismiss it. No, you can't tell me not to find that suspect. And that is its first dealing with funds.
I think we as
I was going to say,
go
it's
ahead.
a former colonel's responsibility. I think the former colonel had all this ganja thing in the pipeline before Mr. Curry came along.
It did not.
I think this discrepancies around that you would probably need Mr. Curry to come show his side of the story. I do hear that you guys are saying he doesn't want to approach you guys.
We love that queen there, that queen there.
Hold on, let me hear what she say, Emperor. Let me hear what she say. Because I
understand, and as I said, this is healthy and this needs to happen because there should be no one government without opposition and people trying to hold the government accountable.
Thank you.
But
all right.
Thank you.
Find a better forum, please. Find a better forum to do it without, because in the same breath, we do need Mr. Curry as the colonel, because if not him, then who? You know what I mean?
No.
And I'm coming from a place where I've not seen many great Maroons come out here and fight the intelligent fight, the intellectual fight.
Yes.
And he's the only one that I see currently that is able to fight this intellectual fight.
No, but listen to me.
No, Queen.
Emperor, go ahead.
Can I say something, Goddess, to her? Because I love how she talk. Now, Queen, as I said, and Curry, as I like what you're saying, Queen, I said Curry needs to come up and talk himself. When people who doesn't know the things for come for, this is not a fight. I already tell Richard, Richard, make we unite together as one. I don't need to fight. I'll say, Basran can tell you, and Kanai them and all of the Maroon them can tell you. We now came out with the Maroon ID first. We now have over 3.8 million Maroon ID. We have 2 offices now in Africa. We have Shashamane, we have Ghana, we have Maroon office in Ghana. We have Maroon office for the first time in America. We have now 4 Maroon offices in America, which I put on the phone on the radio station. I've been on a Maroon office and signing up a lot of people over in the Americas.
The question, Mr. Lewis, the question is,
what I'm going to come to the question and they can question me.
She have a question.
There's a show. Okay. There's a show the powers she said I don't need to fight. We need to unite with Britain. Why? What have now 4 offices in England. We have Maroon office now in Panama for the first. Maroon office now in St. Lucia. We have Maroon in Canada. Whatever happened, we just want a new Maroon office now in a Montego Bay. We have 1 more Maroon office in Canada. And I'm in the Kingston branch Maroon office now. And we have Maroon office in Portland. And then the one of us, that's all, is being a lot down because me and Chief Pink have a local dispute. So, I have done what no and I have in the you understand? And then for identification we not pay tax on it because we're not underneath the corporation again. Over $300,000 office equipment. It's a now we can look on it. And it comes to 4 it comes to 3
LA.
Yeah, Excellency just came on back, you know, and let's see if we can
the question the young lady is asking, because what is happening, you know, here's what is happening. We're finding, if we're going to be on it, we're finding that the Maroon, the highest sign of intelligence is the ability to solve your problems, you know. And we have found
correct.
That
we're getting anywhere with this. If
the Maroons in a compound have not been it.
We're not getting anywhere.
The Maroons who live in a compound have been living with the problem. And when others who are Maroons who they do not endorse comes with an answer, they would rather reject that answer and live in the squalor. That is what we find.
Yes, I'm seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing.
Yes, and you know what? I see that too, but it's going to come down to one thing, though, Mr. Basra. I think it's going to really come down to one thing: a clear definition of who the compound Maroons consider to be under the Maroon regime.
No, you're mad. You're mad. You're mad. No.
These are different worlds here.
Hold on, Empress. Hold on. Let me talk.
One more thing before you interject, you have the floor.
All right, go.
One more thing before you
interject. Go ahead. Hold on, Dan.
I wanted to ask you, there's a Maroon connection in Canada. I live in Canada.
Yes.
I just want to know where
I am in touch with them. They're coming to Nova Scotia.
Hold on, Daniel, what you saying, Mama?
Right.
So I was saying, I think which is why originally my line of questioning when I was asking you what makes you a Maroon, and you were asking me what does the word Maroon mean. Yeah. It really comes down to one thing, and I think if this doesn't get I don't the rest of the body here on.
Yo, may I mute everybody? Let me mute all Empress. Let me mute everybody because I want your question to go through properly. Continue now.
Okay. So I was saying, until there's a clear definition and agreement between you, Chief Gadai, and the rest of Mr. Lewis and Mr. Bazran, all the other Maroon clans that he has just outlined, until I think until the chief is ready to bring all those under their compound umbrella and to call it an overall Maroon community, then I don't think you where the Akampo Maroons is going to see eye to eye with the agenda of Mr. Lewis and vice versa. If you get what I'm saying, there's a clear divide.
I understand what you're saying, but hold on, Emperor. Hold on, Emperor. Emperor, hold on. The thing about
And
it
the
is,
thing is, if the chief doesn't regard Mr. Lewis as being a Maroon,
Emperor.
You know what I mean?
Emperor.
I mean, I'm going to talk about something close. I forgot out after I just heard. Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are less than
It's not even 2,000. No.
All right, and just listen now. I have over 3,000 to 4,000 people in Canada, and we can show you them archive anytime. We have thousands of Maroon who sign up under the Nyankepong Maroon identification cards in England. We have thousands in America. We have in Switzerland. We have in Germany. We have in France.
So, Mr. Lewis, did all of this go through the Akampo Maroon, or did you do this on your own?
It does not need to go through. No. Is a cola. Yo, I come
from Fish answer now. And this one now. Remember, I said Ferran was a colonel up there, and Ferran never have no problem with the ID, with the Nyankepong ID. The only problem Ferran did have now was to forgive him $200,000 more for sign in signature on piece of paper. And Melvin Curry tell me, said, don't listen to him. Come and Melvin Curry sign it free of cost. Then Colonel Pink sign it up at Scottsall, and then now you have the chief out St. Thomas sign it again, and
okay,
then
you're saying that you got signatures from other colonels in other Maroon villages.
Yeah.
Curry wasn't in. Curry never Curry never ready to Colonel our chief. You understand?
Okay.
So we have Curry came in power. Melvin Curry already decided. It. You understand? Can I sign the documents up there? Nanny nephew, which is my cousin again. That is even Bazrad witness it. So we have that signed long time and the ID them a give you. For we sell the ID $100 US. We just sell the ID them. Then the Curry half for the people to.
Where did all that money? Where did that money go?
Let me tell you where that all money go now. Every money, as we said, must be accounted for. We set up a multi-million-dollar office up at Scottsall with the money. Then we did an account bomb now. I will keep some entertainer football match and give them money. Then down at Chinel Maroon Village now where you can walk go down there. We set up a $1.8 million with that thing down there. Signs and thing. All the money gone. I put up signs and things. We did do another project now down our compound with Kanai now. We build it.
Hold on. You have 30 seconds done. Because all what you are saying, nothing like that. Nobody in Channel get 1 cent from you, and only 1 sign was in Channel.
Everything was
We got to go. Because we can't take this, man.
My thing up on video, son, ask me, you can go on YouTube, I go YouTube it.
You go to different place and camouflage. You go on camouflage. And then you go. Because you listen to this man here. You're going to be stick up with you. This man is a liar.
Mama tell about a liar.
No country national.
So, but hold on.
The first man for burn a Maroon flag, you know.
Hold on, Emperor. Emperor. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Guys, I just done a meet, you know,
Yeah,
guys. So please,
yeah. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Go ahead.
Come now. First man now to burn a maroon flag, dog a channel, and lead down the man them side and carry man from town to shoot up the people and place down there. And me have to stop the war there. That's why my dog come back down and come from 2. You understand?
Not
So, and
like that.
me have to
We want to go to the States. Mr. Lion, this man tearing down your petition right now. This man tearing down your petition right now.
All right, hold on.
The boss said, me have 30 seconds. Let me tell you about in from 15. Call me down from 15. You understand? So what am I saying now? We can account for every money what we collect. You understand? Because at the end, we don't want nobody call the thief. We build Maroon government office in Manchester Bay. We build Maroon government office in Kingston. And we build Maroon government office in Ote. Yeah, two offices we have in Ote.
My turn. My turn.
All right, hold on, Emperor. Emperor.
You have documentation for all these things that you're doing.
No, hold on. Before you ask the next question. All right, LA is off the line now. Let us simple mind proclaim. Now, Empress, you're asking for some very vital question. And I'm sure that you have seen him tapes of him feeding the homeless on several occasions.
No. The thing is, I don't. So that's
No,
this is why I'm not sitting on any bench.
I'm asking.
No, I haven't seen anything.
All right.
I'm not participating.
Hold on.
Anything she's got.
Yeah,
I'm the devil's advocate here.
All right. Well, we don't want the devil in the Maroon business. The devil get lava on the program. We are dealing with righteousness that exalted the nation of the Maroons. There are several concerns that you brought up that I am very, 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 very much concerned about. I believe it's ignorancy. Mm-hmm. It's ignorancy for us to say that 1738 was a Maroon gesture. Now, when you look into the law, the books that give us our appellations, in 1778, that is when the terminology black became a corporate registered word. Now, when you look through all the books, it don't tell us a black mean good. Right now, as a Maroon, if a black puss run past you, you're going to say, Lord, me dear, mash up. Zine, when you have a funeral, you wear black. We are finding that these ignorancy were perpetrated by the oppressors. Now, in order for us to stand firm as a nation, the word black has to be eradicated. We have to stop calling ourselves black. If you see me through the camera, and if I see you through the camera, the color black does not apply to you or I. But this is a word that has been used on our documents and everything. Now, the 1738 stood before 1962. As you heard, Richard and several of our brothers and sisters said publicly that the Maroon had the British surrendered to them. Now, when someone surrendered to you, it simply means that you have won. Without compromising your dignity and your moral attributes, you have won. The signing of that surrender took place with a man called a Kongpong. Now, the place was named after. Yeah, you get it. She's doing business. The place was named a Kongpong after the man. It was a symbolic gesture that binds us together, because a Kongpong, the Maroon, signed a treaty for the Marooned. Now, time has transpired and we have reached a junction where 1962 come along. Now, the crown owns Jamaica. That is why every politician have to swear to serve the crown and the heir to the throne, which is treasonous to the Maroons, because the Maroons is the true descendant and owners of the island. Never in any history book is written that we, the Maroons, was captured in that neck of the woods. Nothing is written like that. So when we have the likes of Colonel Richie now come in and I say, the community alone named Maroon, because differently still I saw a Kongpong. That is ignorancy. Because it gives the legitimacy of the thief incorporation that work for the crown called Jamaica, that brand us as slave and subjects, to go around perpetrating as if they are legitimate more than us, which is 1738. That is all we're saying.
I see.
We're saying. We have no animosity against.
I'm a very factual person, Mr. Gadai, Chief
Please.
Gadai. So, where the peace treaty comes in, that's really what is preventing the Jamaican government from running into Maroon a compound
No.
and doing whatever they want.
No,
That's
no,
the
no,
only
no,
thing
no.
that's holding them up.
No, that's not what holding them off. What is holding off is that crown that they work for does not have a power over the Maroon, but the Maroon have given the Jamaica Corporation authority over them by using their documents. And that is why people like L.A. Lewis is very predominant when we say we're going to document ourselves. If Richard Curry, Colonel Pink, Daniel Z. Basra had the galls to do what L.A. Lewis is doing, we would have out of this predicament. But this predicament has become a personal gesture where people are trying to tell us that we have something against Richard. Richard is not the oppressor. Richard, as far as I can see, and our brothers and sisters are porn in a scheme. The reason why the crime minister of the corporation Jamaica can come out and threaten us Maroon, saying don't know nothing, Maroon now no rights and know you about the his ignorancy is because we're playing into their trap. When I see people like the leader of the opposition come to a compound town to seem as if we are begging something, when are we own the one place, Richard have to stand as a king. We're not beggars. Maroon beat the British. If anybody, yes,
Chief, I understand what you're saying. It wasn't Richard that gave them Martel and Colonel Petty
at this appropriate time.
They've had all the for a long time.
Yeah, but
so it's hard for Curry now. Curry's the only one that's actually standing up to them.
No,
Williams was kissing the government ass.
No, hold on. As I said before, this has been happening from 1738. Do you know about Capo Reynolds?
No.
Well, Capo Reynolds, you need to go and check our history.
I obviously have a whole lot of research to do if I'm going to come up here and try to talk to you guys, but I'm...
Hey, I love the fact that we're having this reasoning, because it is much deeper than how people are making it seem. It's not a Richard Curry situation. It's not a compound town situation. It's not even the island situation, because globally people are reaching for their indigenous tribal connections. And when we have a legacy of 285 years where our ancestors have beaten the crown, that is a proud stand to stand on. And we do not want to limit it where some people are going to tell us, say, if you're not born or come to the Maroon, that is ignorance. You cannot share those things. Because if we talk about true legacy of our people, 1655, when the so-called Spanish came across, the island was already occupied. We were already there.
It was.
I don't buy into the narrative of this.
Well, we were there.
Yes, I don't buy into. Of course we were there. It is written in the book that
we were an alien slaves. Yes.
Listen to me. It wasn't a runaway slave. I'm talking about occupants who lived there prior to us being branded as slave. This is
Oh, so of course, Jamaica had inhabitants before it was so-called discovered by Columbus.
So listen to me. When they talk about the cockpit country, the real story of the cockpit country and how it developed is that there wasn't any inroad to reach these community via the European invasion. And that's how Nanny became so great to defeat them. She knew the place better than how they knew it. So they were the stranger in our land. Our legacy stemmed from a 900 years ruling Spain before Greece and Rome came about. But our people are so shallow when it comes on to knowing themselves that we accept the garbage that the so-called historian give us. Wikipedia is not telling us the truth. They have Nanny on the $500, the $5,000 bill. Yes, continue.
My question for you is, what is it you're expecting what is the overall agenda here for you, Mr.
My overall agenda.
What would you like?
For what? Talk to me. What would I like to watch?
The overall agenda in terms of with Chief Curry, the accompanying Maroons, what is it that you would like to see coming out of all these dialogues that you've been having with the all of these big chief, Basra. What is it that you want?
I want us, because the art of war is destruction, and we've been doing a very good job. We've been doing a very good
Yes,
job.
very destructive.
I commend all of my brothers and sisters, even mentioning the word Maroon. That is a collective effort. What I would love to see now is the front animosity that is being portrayed to the oppressors. We have to find a way to have a back door for our people to come in and see that this is the art of war. We are winning, but we're not collectively winning, because I may say something that Richard may not be comfortable about. Somebody take it personal, say, you know, like Richard. I may say something that Daniel is not comfortable. I don't like Daniel. That is the farthest thing from my perspective.
Immaturity.
Yeah, and my son and your daughter, they're going to be getting a Maroon document. Thank God we didn't born with that. A live life claim under the Nyankapong Maroons, or the Maroons who identify themselves with the nationality. It's a plus, because we cannot be subjugated as Jamaican with Jamaican documents, else you're going to be taken advantage of. The only thing I see a Kongpong town as a shining star for us as a people is that we can use that as a marker. We can use that as a line to say, you see right over there, sir, a full proof, say something take place. Because a couple years from now, Wikipedia is going to change that there was ever a treaty. They're going to change these narratives.
Is not fact. Wikipedia is not facts.
Yes, so we need to just put aside all of the differences that we hear tribally and put nation above tribe and move forward. That's the only thing I'm saying.
To get from Mr. Curry?
I hope that I spoke to Mr. Curry one time and him said, God, it's going to reach back. I wish that Richard would see that he's operating an office and not a personal cook shop. I want all of our brothers and sisters to cut out of this corner shop attitude to our people, and in a position that Richard is in, him have to see himself as a public office. Our brothers and sisters globally, when I talk to them on here, the first thing is, so what go on with Richard? And I can't talk for Richard. I can't witness for Richard, witness for himself. He cannot feel comfortable.
So you're saying he's not making himself available?
No.
So that he can speak on behalf of this nation and the people and to clear up ambiguities.
He needs to operate his office where when the good come, him take it, and when the bad come, him take it. Because it's not him individually we're addressing. We're addressing our concern as, look, for instance, the documentation of our people. Richard said that he wants to get the documents going. I may not like L.A. Lewis, but L.A. Lewis has gone through the gate long before any one of them. And it's full time. If L.A. Lewis is doing something that you don't think is the correct approach, you have to find some way of dialogue to say, yeah, one brother, around your son, around this, you know. This is just one of the situation that is facing our brothers and sisters, not only in a Kongpong town. It needs to be addressed. I don't think Richard, as what Daniel Z. Basra, is using up his sovereignty to the full capacity. Him, after display leadership for us to follow. Where's your documents? Where's your LLC, Mr. Richard Curry? Where's your live life claim? Where's your global identification to say, well, listen me, I, Richard Curry, when I go into Garden House, I don't have the Jamaican documents walking around. I have Maroon documents walking around. It is possible. It is possible. We are doing it. And I think
But you do know he's only been in power for 2 years or so. So he has a whole lot of learning and work to do, and a whole lot of, grouping and,
Yeah, but look how much, and sisters, even Danny, when I heard Danny Basra and Richard Curry is not seeing eye to eye. Daniel is not a pussycat, he is a lion. So if Richard look for some little pussycat for say, he's not going to find it in the leadership quality of the Maroons. He might find some brethren who say, if a blood. Because we are not backing down. And we don't want to compromise with the Jamaica government to say, we want an inclusion like Martin Luther King and going on a burning building. Our ancestors have bled and died for us to get our sovereignty, and it is not negotiable. So the first thing Richard has to do is see that office that he's running, access to it, not just his friends and his cool running brethren. And some people say, yeah, Richie, because people don't like me. But if I have something that you want, put down the pride and come say, yo, Rasgadites, walk on, and let it be me. Better. If it's you say Richard come on the radio and say when one said me can't force him. But his consent to the corporation saying that we are divided. And we're not divided. We're not. I would talk to you.
Three things you want, Ben. I've summed it up. So you're saying you want three things. You would like him to, one, be a bit more accessible
Yes.
to the public, so he can clear up ambiguities and so that everybody can be on the same page.
Yes.
Two, you'd like him to work a bit more on getting the Maroon name globalized, where the documentation
work with his
and
brothers
the
and sisters. Work with his brothers and sisters who've already started.
Okay, his other brothers and sisters who started the water stuff. So if he's able to get those out of the way, then he, in your eyes and Mr. Lewis and Mr. Buzzer's eyes, is on the right path.
In the eyes of our brothers and sisters, which I am a part of, that would be a plus. Because as I said, it is not about Richard the person, it's about his ability to operate the office that he has been elected to operate under. That's simple.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that is transpiring, and when we see, the reason why I called this morning was because there was a concern where brothers and sisters say that they have seen, the diaspora have seen where Richard has made several changes to the celebration in a positive manner, and it's looking good. But on the other hand, brothers and sisters are asking, how did it go? And the concern was financially the collecting at the gate, because these money now, it does not belong to the individual, it belongs to the office of the Maroons, and he is spearheading some good projects that we're yet to see bear fruits, but we know that he's doing a bit of painting and cleaning up house. We want at the end of the day, for instance, Usain Bolt just lost $12.0. These are opportunities that I believe that we as Maroon indigenous people are missing out on, because Usain Bolt don't have no document as Maroon. Him is a Jamaican subject, so them thing you go reach him. Which if Richard Curry, which has been in 2 years now, L.A. Lewis has been on the road for how long? People, if even if an endorsement to say, well, here we're coming online where documents are going to be or being provided for our people.
You gotta be mindful. No offense to L.A. Lewis, but the only thing that I did know about L.A. Lewis is the fact that he said he went to England and meet the Queen and made up some words out of the blues.
Yeah, but
everybody was just gimmick thing. So
but
this is a man who came off with a different personality a couple of years ago, and now he's doing this.
Yeah,
so it can be misconstrued as a little hustle.
But hold on. This is the Willilin scene. Think that the colonel have to have more intellectual skills than the idiots out there running with. Richard Curry, just like what you said a while ago, you've never seen, as what you said, the emperor downtown feeding the homeless. You've just admitted that you never seen it. But yet still the garbage about the Queen and all of that, you have seen it. We have to get our priority. As much I am not, Richard is not the perfect Maroon, LA is not the perfect Maroon, Daniel is not the perfect, neither you and I is the perfect Maroon. We have all fall short of the glory of the ancestors. So I am simply saying that find a common denominator that we can work. You and I are talking, that is a common denominator. Dialogue reaches decisions that we can live with. L.A. Lewis, when he started out, a lot of people didn't understand what he was doing. But when we see it reach the gate of the crime minister, we know that we struck a nerve. And when we're fighting the oppressors, if it's even the stone and the bees, if it's even the baby doodoo, anything me can fight the oppressors with, I'm going to use it, not use key.
But you do. But you do agree that he's fighting the Jamaican government, especially where the cockpit country is concerned, and that's a big fight.
Yeah, but fighting the cockpit. This is it now. The Corporation of Jamaica want us to be distracted by the cockpit country, but not be distracted by the Chinese who have.
And he actually won the case. The
Hold
Supreme
on,
Court
hold
shut
on.
them down.
Yes.
You know what I
Can
mean?
I say something?
Daniel is back.
Can I
with
say
us.
something?
Yes, Daniel.
Can I say something? As far
Yes,
as
Mr. Pablo.
fighting for the Coptic, there's only one fight, and Mr. Curry has avoided that.
Oh,
No,
geez.
this law he has put in name,
Yeah,
it is
that's-
going nowhere.
yeah.
That's not the fight. Listen to me. Let me speak. No, when the only way to defend the Coptic country is the third party. It's a similar case with the Saramaka Maroons of Suriname and the government of Suriname attempting to mine their lands. It was taken to the human rights because it's a human rights situation, and the court awarded to the Saramaka Maroons. Now, I dug up this file in my research years ago. I have sent copies of this to Mr. Curry's phone. I said, I have already written up the document that says it is a must-win called precedent. The court in favor of the Maroons against mining, and if another set of Maroons go, he has averted that. Not only him, all so-called agencies that standing up, these so-called stakeholders, they're all skirting around it. There's one, this is the way, because it has been proven, the court ruling, he has gone and made up. You cannot expect the judicial arm of the government, the last court, the last system, to award, because here's what I'm doing. He says to people, the Maroons have not filed a case against government, because nowhere in the government of Jamaica is there a provisions for Maroons. Richard Curry, in his name, if that case is awarded, who does the government award the land to? Not to the Maroon, but to Richard Curry. But people do not want to see straight, because we're emotionally invested. Because we're emotionally invested, nobody has the time to stop and say, hold on, let us assess. Because Jamaican people have a thing, most people, all right, if them die looking rich, them don't ever don't understand the formula to actually get rich. To sit down and make sure that all your bills are comfortably paid. We like to look like. So like the idea of looking like you're doing something which is effective and meaningful. We look like we do something for 20 years, and for those 20 years, nothing gets done.
Let me ask a question. Daniel, is the olive leaf still available at this time for Richard?
There's no need for an olive leaf. Look here now.
Yes.
My benevolence affords me that I understand that when I'm dealing with people of lesser minds, I must be patient, because I'm not going to buck suffer from that, because that is what it is. I can't ask me to explain sovereignty. When I was the first man to come out and say Maroon sovereign, everybody I said, the government are coming. I said, no rights. Nobody ever know them rights. Nobody could speak, because you have to have something in your head to say. I demonstrated that, started a whole conversation. Richard Curry come in and jump on the conversation. I would not say, how it go. Like again, I say, there's only one defense country. This has been demonstrated. This is an arbitrator, and there is a case already won by Maroons in the Inter-American Court of Human Rights. I have printed out the entire court ruling on behalf of the Maroons, and I've sent that to Mr. Curry. I say, here, you don't win. Because it is so profound, that they even force the Suriname government to change its constitution and says, look here, you have to make provisions for Maroons. At present, the Jamaican constitution has no provisions for Maroons. And we would have achieved all of that long time ago. Here's a funny thing. You file what is called a clear and pleasant danger claim via the internet portal. And the moment you file a claim, the president comes in. That means I've given him all the formulas. I said to him, look, here I have written up the claim. I did everything. I said, I don't want to look like me. I go over your head in a bridging. Just put the name and make me send in something, all right, let's hook up. And then he goes and files a
yeah, you're chipping out. I know you're traveling, Excellency.
Private.
He's traveling.
Law
Queen, you're hearing what he's saying, and you know.
I am hearing. I was also gonna say this is a lot of information, and it's all I need to go get myself acquainted with. I'm gonna shoot my email to you guys when I'm done because
Please,
I like the
I'll send you. I will send you all that information. I have all of it documented, ready to send. I sent it to other. I sent it to every Maroon chief, you know, and I've seen none of them.
Because you're traveling. Yeah.
Is it
Excellency, you're traveling. You're traveling, so your reception is not to the best of our ability, you know, and I would love for you to send us your email. And as I said, you know, it's not about we knowing everything. It's about us learning, and I am like a sponge. I soak up things and then I wring it out and see what left the substance I can work with.
No, here's one of the biggest things. The people, just like the Jamaican people, Maroons are alarmed that this articulation, edification, and clarity is coming from, quote unquote, a dirty Rasta. Then forgets that this is a Rasta, we give him that 3 degrees as money. And they cannot for the life of them stand to dare to think that it's this Rasta that have the answer, and have the clarity, and actually took the time and studied. When he needed it, Mr. Curry calls on me. Oh, explain that to me. But when we're saying the things that should be beneficial for the community, if it is not going to look like it's him do it, him don't want to hear it.
Queen, you've been around Richard Curry. Is that his persona? Is that his persona?
I have never had true interaction with the chief separate from, hey chief, how are you, how's everything, and I keep it moving. So I'm on neither side. I just want peace, and however it is that we can all work together to make the Maroons better people in a better community. That's really what I'm about. The slandering and all of the hate and the hearsay and all these things is really not helping you, Mr. Gadai or Mr. Basra or Mr. Curry or the Maroon name. So the division is not helping us. There's a whole lot more that I should learn and need to learn as much as everybody else. I think we can all learn everything. But I think we can collectively we could be better than a part. So we just need to figure out how to
listen to me. I know Daniel's gonna say something. Now, as far as words and the power of words go, our opinion, if it's not pleasing to anyone out there, it is our opinion. And the reason why the reason why we can address these opinions to a public office of the Maroon that Richard is occupying is because we're yes, sir.
We not deal with opinion. My father said opinions are like anuses. Everybody has one, but only shit comes out. We're dealing with fundamental facts that have been thoroughly researched, and that is the basis of our adamance. Because we're not guessing it.
No.
Because while we were running up and down working for people, we have run our own corporations. We are self-sustaining, and we took years of without people asking us, just of natural concern. Yeah, say this. So my great grandfather, the community center is my great grandfather bakery. The graveyard is my grandmother land that would have been passed down to me. My family have a history. We were industrialists. My great grandfather had a sugar mill and a bakery in Maroon town, and nobody have that. We had the trucks and the buses that moved people out of St. Elizabeth called Faithful. So I'm coming from a position of clarity.
Avis, say well that she's the one who put your name on the census. Avis.
Hold on, no, because that was her job. She was taking the census. That's her job.
10 years ago. 10 years ago.
No, but that, hold on, no. With that being said,
he was living.
Yes.
He was living in St. Thomas.
Yes.
And he came here 10 years ago. That is when I know him.
Yes.
And he come and ask me. That is when I put him on Maroon census list.
Well, you heard what he said a while ago that the graveyard in a Kong town is his grandmother's land.
I don't know about that one. I I born and grow here. I only spent 6 months out.
Lord of mercy.
I born and grow in a Kong. I only spent 6 want to know that one.
Yeah,
I do not.
All right. Well, Avis. My thing is between you and the Maroon Queen, daughter. We see where dialogue. We need to open a dialogue, and the office, as far as our Maroon concern goes, is that we go. You know, I don't think nobody hate on anybody, but everyone has their lion voice or their, you know, and they want to get some results. I do believe that this morning is just one of the chapter that we reach for. The questions that were asked were legitimate, and it's a concern from other people out there. And some of the answers that I get from you and the Maroon Queen, I myself is going to kick back and pass it on back to our brothers and sisters. But we have to tolerate some circumstances that we may not feel comfortable in when we're in public office. If I'm a public figure, I can't be too thin-skinned, and I think that's all we're saying.
Can I say something?
Sure.
You know, if Chief Curry was on this program, Bozra would have come off. He wouldn't have said what he is saying, because I know he's not saying the truth. Because all what Bozra is saying, now I am hearing these things for the first time, and I am living in a compound.
Like
I am
what?
a part of Chief Curry administration. Even what he's saying about him, whatever he's doing, he had never met Mr. Curry in any dialogue with him since he is in office.
Daniel has. All right. I know.
I've never.
All right. But I want you for someone to bring it up, because Daniel is not a stranger to a compound town and its activities.
No, he's actually a compound.
But hold
he
on.
Makes all the compound.
Hold on. What do you define as a troublemaker?
When people go with him with a fight, he always try to have a fight with persons in a compound, because he never come up with a fact yet.
Okay.
He never comes up with a fact.
Okay, so he shares his concern, and that makes him a troublemaker.
Yes, when he's concerned, when a person do things, him come out and take the praise.
Hold on.
One of it, it's his idea.
But you just heard a while ago that he said out of his mouth that even with the water project, because when we saw,
and I said that's not true. He did not go to Mr. Curry with anything like that. He did not. Mr. Curry is trying to get water project in the community, and if Bozra had gone to him, he would have endorsed him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bozra is here, because I would have been
Daniel. Back with us. He's back with us. Daniel, Daniel is traveling. That's why he had to come up. But I hope that he's hearing us. And what you're saying a while ago, because I know that Daniel and Richard have a relationship. I know that personally. Because when I talked to Richard, Richard said that the only thing I understand with Daniel is that he's very strong-headed. He is strong-headed.
Yes, he's very strong-headed.
Yeah, but that does not...
Whatever he said,
yes,
it just means that whatever he said, that's what should take place.
No, but that's not in that. I don't believe it is in that context he's coming from. He's coming from the point.
That's where he's coming from.
No,
I would tell him that. I will tell Daniel that.
But can I?
In fact.
Yeah, but can I say this? I remember when I was telling my mom that salt give her a lot of pressure, and just because I was tell me some idiot, I don't know what I'm talking about. But then she go to the I believe with Daniel Z. Bozra is this. Richard Curry I've seen on interviews say some things that make my skin crawl. When him about the education relation that he is representing, and Daniel knows more than Richard Curry knows. He knows a lot more. Richard may be in the position of leadership, but he has to have good counseling. And the counseling that he's getting is sometimes minimizing our gain. I agree.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
all these information that Daniel have, did Daniel ever go to Chief Richard Curry, any meeting that Chief Richard Curry had, and mention any of these to him or any of his members?
I cannot. I just heard him. I can reiterate
Well,
what
I will ask him. I would like to ask him that personal question because
Yes.
I always be at all the meetings and I have never seen him
Yes.
apart from he went to two town hall meeting, which Mr. Curry give the mic to him and asked him to explain himself. And after the meeting, he had a fight with that person. The two meetings
Yeah,
that he had,
but-
he and another person have a fight because he go up there with some stupidness.
What kind of you know? And this is Avis. I keep saying to you,
Yeah.
our people don't suffer because of money, car, house, or water, or road. You know, knowledge. They are
Yes.
a lot of our people still believe that Christopher Columbus discovered down here. So can I?
No,
can
I know about
No, but some of
That's
them,
not my
but Avis, some of them OBE and big dignitaries, and that them get taught. Daniel is going against the grains by even telling the people who walking around themselves Jamaican say you're Maroon before you're Jamaican. You know what people that kill me say, you know love Jamaica. When me love the place don't even name Jamaica. But you will have
suppose I said to you something to you.
Yes.
I was at even the last town hall meeting. Mr. Richard Curry had invited the opposition, the ruling and
Yes.
it's only the opposition attended. He had invited both sides.
You know why Andrew will never come meet it up at Kong Kong Town again? It's a threat to him. It's a threat to the Jamaican government. But we, the Maroons, we don't want to claim our prize. Guess what we want, though? We want inclusion. We want the Jamaica government to give us authority. They cannot and will not give us authority.
Not even Babsy Grange never attended
They don't need to come.
celebration.
They don't need to come. They don't need to come.
Well,
They don't
if
need
need to come. They stay out. But they don't say he did not invite them.
They were invited.
But they don't need to come.
No, they were invited. They were invited. But they chose not to come. That is beside the point.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beside the point. They choose not to
There's
come.
lots of ambassadors. There's lots of people that feature who Maroons are. We don't need them.
Yeah, but hold on, Daniel.
You understand? But you cannot.
Daniel, before you came back on, Avis was saying that she is not convinced that some of these proposals that you've put forward with concerning Colonel Curry.
There you go again.
Yeah, important. But
I want the water project especially. Sorry, Avis. The water project especially, and the chief want to go along with it. Well, present it to me. I'll go along with it because if it is feasible, I'm able to read and understand. If it is feasible and if it is factual, then we will have to go ahead with it, which is not about what Mr. Curry wants. It's what's best for the people at large.
Yes. Oh my God.
My email. Let me read it over. I'll discuss it with the other.
Daniel is back. Hold on, Daniel is back. Ask him the question. He's back now.
If Avis is honest, Avis will acknowledge that the level of knowledge that I possess an educational level, she not reach some understand things that she not understand. Someone said, explain it. Because you're not aware of the level of educational clarity when it comes to international.
I don't hear something from you. I can't tell you to explain. I don't hear something from you.
Come to me and say, explain it. Come to me and say, explain it. But don't.
No, I did not hear it before. So I could not tell you to explain something that I didn't hear.
Avis, hold on. Here's what's fair. You not hearing it before didn't mean that I did not articulate it on Facebook
I did not
and the
hear
entire
it
world
before.
and people.
I'm a part of the
You never hear it before.
I am a part of
No,
the
but I have given.
protest.
Look, no, you're not listening, Avis. Avis, I sent all of these things, not to one person. I sent it to Henry. With every document me get once upon a time, as me get one Kenny, me sent to Richie, me sent to Chase. You understand me? I have
Well,
sent. I have the emails that I can show you. I can show. I can show you the emails I sent to Richard Curry. Hold on, no. Remember, I know. I beat me personally beat the government in a case of sovereignty. When I write my company, I'm a question. I write them back and say, yo, you have 10 days to answer. Else don't argue no Maroon about sovereignty. When I sent that email to Richard Curry, Richard said, argument done, we beat them for sovereignty. Yet still when he would overlook that and be yapping with the Prime Minister. I mean, I have to argue with the Prime Minister about sovereignty. I beat him at the highest level already with his own government institution. We have done it. We have fully accomplished when it comes to defending
But if
this.
Richard had done that, he would not have any argument with him again. If he had done that, he wouldn't have any argument with him again.
No, but have Richard apply the said method that he's talking about. Because this is where we're saying, Avis, being a colonel is not just being a
long before Richard Colonel. We make sure hold on, when Farah mess up, we beat them Farah too. Hold on, we beat them Farah too, And
We don't talk about her.
all of
We can't have
it, Hold on.
I am talking about
Hold on, history. No, but I'm trying to show you precedent. That's the same way when it didn't say the bank was we're telling them it wasn't going to go so. And when a compound news put out all the documents and shows the bank of fraud, the very Maroon say, argue them bad mind, them no want nobody rich. We are rich. Right? Mr. Maroon can't read and write as if people don't have Santa. Maroon get bank for rich. We who know it's going to say, listen, not to tell them. We don't know Ratchet, they are Rasta, they are Duns. But then it turned out that the bank turned out to be part of an international scam and a fraud. That Timothy McPherson was passing criminal money through. So the same way now. We didn't write that time. I'm a right time for. I took my time when we not leave a Maroon town to come and bring Israel, the biggest water firm, to do a total water survey, including of cost for everything. Because I tell people, I say, look here, if people are going to give us the money, I don't want to give the money. Pay the money to the company. Here's a company that's going to do the work. That's why I got their thing. So if anybody, we don't want the money. If them, make them come put in, make Maroon sit down and watch the water reservoir put in. I gave it to the chief. When I gave it to the chief, when we give it to Ricky Moss and chief, and him said, this can't happen. Why can't I not work on this? Because him look like he don't want the best for the town. Same thing to him. You know what him do? Him ignore that. Puts up a GoFundMe. No, you cannot put up a GoFundMe for something and you don't have the costing. You understand me? We're not talking a little pump. I wasn't talking what I did. Was not about a little pump. It was about a 3 million gallon reservoir. Just fixing the tank, cleaning the tank, quarter miles of pipe, a full engineering work. Because I go to university and learn, so I do everything to the best standard. What I don't know, I find the brightest boys in the country that know it and get them to do it for me. And that
Did you know that persons from even Daniel come and look at the spring at Johnny Taban and measure the pipes and all of those? To get water in the compound and the camera.
They can come and look. It is not about that. It is about this is what it takes. You need to get a contractors and engineers report and assessment of works. Yes. They're not looking at it.
Can you get somebody without having money to pay them?
I didn't get somebody. No, I got a proper engineer. Avis.
He just lost a will. But Avis, he's traveling and he sounds a bit. But what we're saying, Avis, and I'm going to let.
What I'm saying to him, can you get somebody without having the money to pay them?
No, Avis, I paid them. I paid all I brought them. I was living around and I paid Israel. Their engineer happens to be a young man I went to school with. You understand me? I brought them there.
I know you.
No, but that is the thing, Avis. You the first time hearing it doesn't mean me never send it to Richard Curry and him no.
Yes.
He knew.
I never hear of that. And I'm in Richard Curry's government, and I never hear of that.
I came up there 2 days
From
with the engineer.
2015, can you go back to Ferran Williams? Can you go back to Ferran Williams 2015, Mr. Buzzer?
Wait a sec. I gave it to Ferran and I gave it to
No, I'm
Richie.
saying go back to Ferran. Don't accuse this chief. Go back to Ferran Williams from 2015.
I'm not accusing anybody. Miss. No, listen up.
All right.
Mommy, listen up, mommy. We came with the engineer twice. At the time, it was under Ferran Williams. But never deal with nobody. I went with Ken Roy, and I took Ken Roy come show me. We measured the output of Junior Tamara. Look now. I'm going to send it to you. It is fully detailed from the company. Done by the engineer.
You know what? We're gonna, Mr. Bazra, we could have go around the circle, come back, jump on the sun, and jump back off.
Yeah.
But the part will speak itself. So you send me the documentation for the water project. I'll look through it. I'm an investor as well. This is what I do, and I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So you just send me the documentation as a
There was a change in the prices. So I'm going to send you the latest one that I got from them. Because every year, every December, I try to get an updated version. I have it on my phone.
I want something that will work. Something that, if you already said you've already done the groundwork, you've already invested in getting all these things done.
Yeah.
Just forward that to me so we can look it over, because that we can use this to get the ball going.
Yeah.
Whether or not you sent it to me, if you sent it to Ferran or you sent it to Jesus, it still doesn't matter, because nothing has been done. So let's just start from scratch now. I promise you that I will pick this up and read through it, and if it makes sense to me, which if all the facts you're saying, all the work that you've already done does make sense, because that is the only way to do it.
It's in my phone now. It's in my phone now. Like I said, tell me a number. Tell me a number, and I will send it to you right now and stop that. So we don't have to have no discussion on it.
Exactly.
Send your number. Yes, I. Yes, I.
Please take her number. Take her number and send it to me, please, in a WhatsApp message.
I will. Well, my brothers and sisters, we have been doing this, and I think there's more to be done. And as I said, it's all about reasoning. I think what we have is a great thing here. The rest of the world, yesterday I was on a Zoom meeting, over 250 brothers and sisters, and we are giving them this beautiful opportunity where our ancestors have passed on to us. Maroon, as we see it, it is a step to your indigenous rights, and documented not only as subject of the corporation, but sovereign brothers and sisters through our Maroon heritage. Avis, you want to say anything before we let Maroon Queen close us out? You want to say anything? Thank you so much for your time today.
Yes, what I would like to say, I would like Mr. Bozra to send all his information.
Yes.
And I would like him to come and sit and talk to Chief Richard Curry, because what he is saying, yes, I would like him to come and do that.
Make it possible. You females, our mother, our wife, our sister, when we man can meet eye to eye, trust me, know how to get us on a level ground.
Same thing said that he might be doing such great work. I would like to see it happen. And the second thing I am saying to you guys, beware of Mr. Lewis, because I don't think he is.
You allow the Maroon there. The Maroon there joker in I pack. He must stir up a lot of things.
I have not known him, and I have asked him to name me the principal name and one of the person I even want to and he can't tell me.
We are going to send LA up our Kong town to sit down and talk to him, brothers and sisters, because
he don't know nobody up here, and nobody don't know him. So
this morning me introduce him to both you and Queen Mother, so him know people up there now. So
No, you don't know me.
Well,
In here,
him
me
a come
talk
get-
when it's you
him a
don't
co-
know me.
He might come get to know you. Make some bush tea
You
for him.
don't know me.
Make some
Who
bush tea. Queen mother, and your daughter. What else you want to say before? I want Avis a trouble in the show.
Okay.
Fireball.
Nothing much but peace, one love, and our Kinder family.
Aye. And your daughter, where is she? Is she your daughter?
My granddaughter.
Why?
I'm here.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I just want to say, I hope that we can get this sorted out as soon as possible so that we can move forward because, 4 years in power is not very long to do a lot of things and 2 years already gone and we should accomplish a whole lot more. So it would have been better to throw all of the bickering and all of the cascades aside and just try to get it done together as a team. And if all of this information can be just sent over to me, I already sent you my email address, my phone number.
All right.
I will look into this and I'll do my best to take this up with the chief because if I'm going to take something to the chief, I've never brought anything to him.
Yes.
It must be something that makes sense because I'm not a time waster.
Yes.
So I'll look into this. Then I will definitely be on top of this water project because I've grown up there carrying water on my head.
Wow.
And if we can get this done, then it would have been great for my people because all my family are up there still struggling under lack of water.
Let me show you how terrible it is. Now, my friend works at the tourist board. Now, the tourist board has people to send to Maroon Town every day. You know why they can't send them? Because the tourist board has a list. And at the top of the list is hygiene. Maroon Town don't have no running water, so them just cross out that and from the hygiene no much. Them just send tourists come there. Water is fundamental.
It would be good. It would be good if you can go up there to go sit down and just.
I would love that.
I lived there. When I lived in Mandeville, I was there defending the town. I come to the town to live and I show them what to do. And people who never go to school, barely done high school, enough who can't read and write.
Yeah.
One of them know more than we. Straight. We don't want to let them and say them. We don't want to. We never tell them to their face, But that is the fact. That is the fact. The man who read one book can't know more than the man who read 1,000 books. And the man who read 1,000 books will not know more than the man who read 10,000. I just saw the world stay. But in their arrogance, them say, oh, the Dr. Rasta can't know more than we. Can't know what I say. And that has been their problem.
You
That has
guys
been
don't
their
sound
problem.
intelligent though because you say you live in a hotel and you don't live nowhere.
But miss, it is a faster indigenous hotel. It might not finish
That's
it,
no
but what is it?
hotel. That's no hotel.
No, but it is still
Avis.
hold on, no. It is still the largest monetary investment in a compound. It is no monetary investment in a compound town. Nobody else spends more money in a town. And the biggest money spent in a Maroon town, regardless. It's so finished. Then it's only way home.
You're talking about my brother's place, If you ask Dennis Pastor,
That's my mother's place too. The graveyard enough Maroon I got buried in. I would have mind
it's my first knowing that. I'm born angry at 61 years, soon 62.
All right.
Wow.
But soon 62. My first.
All right. Hey, I don't claim to know. I don't claim to know everything. Daniel, last but not least, before you go, an olive branch have been pushed out. Of course, the Queen them say you and Richard, you know what I mean, share one sentiment.
No. Listen.
Yes.
We are two different men. We're born 1 week apart,
Yes.
We're born we're born 1 week apart.
Yes.
We are two different men. You understand? Because I have always been proactive. I did not wait to defend Maroon Town. I never have to wait to get the office, May I defend it, even when I live right town.
Yes.
When I was defending it, when I was defending Maroon Town, when Maroon take the ganja program from him, Richard Curry was silent. He got a private license.
Let's move on. Leave the ganja project behind. Let's move on.
No, I can't. Yeah, that's to move forward. It is called. It is called Sankofa. In order to go forward, one must know.
All right.
I agree, but in order to go for me, as Africans use the term Sankofa, one must look back at where you're coming from.
All right. Well,
listen again.
All right. Well,
Hold
Excellency.
on. Guys,
Yeah.
guys, get the number of the young lady,
I have it, I have
and so I can WhatsApp her.
I have it.
I want to WhatsApp her.
I've already sent it.
So you see the quality of
My
some of
name is
these here
Jessica.
work that Maroons ignore. I realize that Daniel Pastor did them on the right path, and the rest of them who was a chat was just a chat.
Daniel, excuse.
Him gone. Mom, Avis, you're going to keep that you're going to keep that lava for the oppressors, you know, because I need all of that lava fire where you have, because I love in time the mothers them and the wife them. Yes, and we are talking about Nanny has to be respected because she was a leader. And if we say we love Nanny, we have to love our mother, and we say all we do is try to empower our position.
And we can put up running stupidness.
You wanna. I know buzz run is stupidness are the main agenda around here, so. You hear the people them now, we now no water for we people and the water around like ground like trouble. We need to set up our own school where we can teach our own curriculums. We need to have our own health department. We can use them bush remedy there where you know about and heal them people.
Oh, you know something about them. Who tell us something know about them? You know all of them.
Hello, listen to me.
There's so many jobs.
Yes.
If we had proper water, we could be doing so many things.
Yes.
So many things up
I
in
know.
the community.
I know.
So we just need to figure out how we can best come together and get this water thing out.
Chief Richard Curry would very glad to get this water thing up.
Well, he's working on it because I saw where he invited some people outside the community to do a survey. So we know that the interest is there from the office, you know. But we need what we have to help lift up this bucket here. It is going to benefit. It's going to benefit all of us as people. So we have to put our pride aside, get your hand dirty, and help carry the weight. And I think we are doing it.
We tell you the water not hard to come back in our compound, you know, because we had running water here once, you know. So it's not hard to come back.
People.
Don't have to come back.
I just want to say thank you so much because you know we're running back up, but I want to say thank you so much for your time and you know your reasoning and your input. Queen Mother, me know you is not a woman who like contention, but I'm glad say you bring in your granddaughter come cool down the soup this morning, you know, cause a couple times will be yourself, boy, God has me ever hang up. Call me after you done. And I love how you kick back and you see the ancestors them is working through us. Well, we not.
I had to lay there down. I had to come down here and come.
And then she go drop me one. She go drop me one Avis again. Me add more fire to the food. And me say, I'm bored of the one, bored up this food and this morning get down. But it was so nice. It is so nice. We find a solution.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for listening, and thank you for clearing up all the ambiguities. And I hope we can do this in a more professional setting where everybody can, you know, feel comfortable to come on your show and voice their opinion and ask the questions that they need to ask, and use it as a platform to educate. You know what I mean? We need more of that instead of bashing education, because the ignorance. I do agree with Mr. Basra. I am from there is a lot of ignorance there. We are, and it's you know, it's no fault of just the Maroons. It's that it's like kind of the country at large. Jamaica, we kind of tend not to move outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of think in the box, and we're very mentally enslaved still. So there's a whole lot of work to do, and I'm happy that. Just do your best not to allow your platform to get dragged into the direction that you don't want it to be. So it deters like young people like me from listening, from tuning, from wanting to, you know, voice our opinion, because it can be scary from the outside. You know, coming in and talking to these men, you know, it can be scary and intimidating.
Well,
so
I just want to leave this with all of us that we are standing on 285 years of genuine accomplishment of our people. And no matter how they try to do, no matter how they try lie about it, we know that 1738 was a significant time for our people. And we have to continue because 285 also include the 1962 time also. We have not changed. We have been surviving from then and we're surviving now. So it's a pleasure to hear this 285 reasoning carrying on. And we're going to have more, man. Don't run from it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I won't.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes. Thanks so much to all the massive, and I'm leaving you with our Maroon music because Kumina is our own, Poco is our own, Mentor is our own, Reggae is our own, Dante. The Maroons are powerful. Let's keep it real. I love you, my brothers. I love you, my sisters. Most importantly, the Almighty God that created heaven and earth love you even more.
Fresh radio vibes. The foundation of planet Earth. The resistance to your cities.
He want Nana give one. He want Nana. Give me one Nana. Give me one. Jai me Bobby come down. Oh Nana. Me one Nana. You give me one. Oh, me one. Me one Nana. You give me one. Jai me Bobby come down. You know, give me the yakida yo kansa, say me the yakida yo kansa, me the yakida yo kansa. Kali bago come down the way, Jabba na kabiwe, Jabba na kabiwe, Jabba na kabiwe. Mama mama yo bango, mama me le yonya, mama me we le yo bango ya, mama me we le yo bango na. Kali bago come down the way, oh na na wo, oh na na wo. Oh, Nana, I remember. You know, give me the yakida your canvas. Give me the yakida your canvas. Give me the yakida your canvas. Got it revolving from the watching way. Oh, Mama, oh, Mama, oh, Mama, Mama, they got me. Yeah, people. What do you become people? What do you become people? Got it revolving from the watching.